hello, and welcome to the Lost Archives. My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of this ragtag group of heroes and adventurers.
Hi everybody, I'm Claire. I'm playing Mira, who's a Dragonborn Sorcerer, half red dragon, half silver dragon. Originally was a bit of a politician, and now has joined the adventuring life, probably to a greater extent than she ever expected.
Hi everyone, I'm Michael. I'm playing Lockie, a Warforged Artificer. Originally was part of a flying castle, but have since left and resumed an adventure with my mouth friends.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Jared, and I play the character of Jin. He is a level 6 Law Bard and a level 2 Hexblade Warlock. I'm currently an associate and ally of the Tempest Guild, and I'm helping them in their goal of stopping the Queen of Dragons, Tiamat.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Shana, the Yuan-Ti Sorcerer, who is traveling with the Tempest Adventuring Guild, trying to find the other half of her soul, who is hiding somewhere away, far from reach.
Hi guys, I'm Matt, playing Yervith, the sneaky Wood Elf Ranger and Rogue, who, after a tragic incident in the jungle with his previous expedition, has now joined up with this lovely ragtag group of adventurers and is looking to see what happens next.
Hello! Yay! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lost Archives. Thank you for joining us. Oh, we are so excited. We've got the lovely whole cast and crew here joining us tonight, and once again joining us is our lovely guest character, Tom. Guest player Tom, who's playing a character called Boldor. It's not Boldor playing Tom, although I would pay money to see that. That would be like next level roleplay where you roleplay Boldor roleplaying you. That'd be... I'd watch that.
That's Inception.
It's an Inception. Blah. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We're very excited. We're going to be doing some more Dungeons and Dragons. We're pretty much reaching the end of our chapter out here in the Draconic Nation of Chiari. We're almost finished up this chapter, which is the penultimate chapter of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. This is episode 86. I think we're going to actually get almost exactly 100 episodes, and at the pace you guys are going, I think we might even end on episode 100, which is kind of crazy. I didn't intend for that to happen.
That would be amazing.
Which worked out well. So I think it's looking like you guys are on track for that, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, I'll do... We've got a story to share tonight. I've got a D&D story from the community. Let me quickly read this one out. And I should also thank the person who sent it through to me. Let me quickly grab their name. While I'm grabbing that open, did anyone else have any fun things to share from the week? Any fun updates or?
I've got a fun D&D update.
Ooh, I love fun D&D updates.
I'm working at I won't say the name, but I'm working at a school at the moment, doing both early childcare and USH. And the principal approached me the other week, and he was saying that I have these two children that are finding it really difficult to get along with each other. And we've gone through things. He's done some talks and things with them, and they're both in year 5. And then he finally hit on a place where they agree. Yeah. And it's D&D.
Hey.
So they didn't realize that they both played D&D, but now they both know. So he approached me because he's like, I think I need someone to run a D&D club. We're going to be starting a D&D club for club children.
That's really exciting.
That's great. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I honestly think it's such a good learning tool.
100%. In terms of collaborative work, teamwork, creative play, problem solving, it's brilliant. Absolutely.
Imagination, all the above.
Working memory for those who don't take notes. Yeah.
I mean, maths.
Maths on the fly. Absolutely. Creative use of game mechanics, trolling. You learn a lot of important things playing D&D. Yeah. Very important skills. That's such a good point, mate. That's really exciting. You'll have to share some stories for when they start playing, because year 5 playing D&D is going to be absolute bloody chaos, and it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
There's no limiters on the imagination. There's no metagaming. It's just, I poked the knoll. What? Yeah, I poke it. I poke the knoll.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, you poke the knoll.
Frontal cortex. That'd be great.
It's going to be wild.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. That's right. No prefrontal cortex, or an incomplete prefrontal cortex. That's hilarious. I'll share this D&D story as well. So this is from Aaron, who sent it through to me. So they were the party that were going through. He was a member of the party. Were trying to befriend a bugbear known as Clark that was in a goblin's hideout. And the goblins were trying to overthrow this bugbear as the leader. So they decided to go against the goblins and work with the bugbear, who was sort of calling himself leader of the goblins, and got him crowned King Clark of Cragmore Castle over the course of, it looks like, about 15 sessions. So time well spent. Time well spent.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That is a derail. He's got another long one. He's given us two, actually. I just realized this is the TLDR version. The party trade a fireball scroll to a doppelganger. The doppelganger disguised themselves as an ally they'd already met, told them it was working for a black spider that was hunting down any rock seekers. The dwarf of the party replied, "I'm a rock seeker and I have a secret map." Ended up being a bit eventful, and the party was sort of getting involved with each other, trying to plan what they should do, and the doppelganger let loose a fireball scroll while they were all huddled together having a plan. 2 party members died in that fight, but it set the black spider up as a big bad at the end very, very well. It's an intense session, I have to say, where you lose two party members to fireball. That's nuts.
That's gotta hurt.
That's gotta hurt. I do like King Clark of Cragmore Castle. That's got really good alliteration, and I'm all about that.
Yeah, I like
it's different
that.
letters. CCKK, but I'm enjoying it. It's good, yeah.
Probably the first time that players feel the wrath of fireball, really. Not often we have to deal with it. We just send it out all the time.
No, exactly right. Well, I mean, I like to save fireball for times when I really, really are angry with my players. And
I feel like fireball is, as you get a little bit stronger, it becomes like, it's like, okay, I can deal with it. But when you're a low level, like fireball is no joke.
Oh yeah.
If you're a level 1 wizard though, a strong sneeze can take you out of a campaign.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like genuinely, like a draft horse is terrifying to a level 1 wizard.
Yeah.
Or like a bat. Genuinely, a bat can take out a level 1 wizard in like 2 turns.
No.
That's it. Alrighty, let's do a quick recap. And it'll be a quick recap because we're jumping back in the midst of combat. I better put on some more appropriate combat music, hey. Let's do... let's do Imminent Threat. I feel like that's a good one.
That's great.
That's an appropriate name. Alrighty.
Fireball.
The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a group of mercenaries, explorers, and adventurers, has been working to thwart the machinations of a group known as the Order of the Dragon. This cult has been amassing power, wealth, and knowledge in an attempt to perform a ritual which would bring a dark draconic god, Tiamat, back into the world. Our story has been following the escapades of some of the members of this group: Mira, Jin, Lockie, Yervith, and Shana, who have travelled to Chiari, the Draconic Nation, to work against the cult's actions there, and are now joined by Boldor, a friend and ally of the guild. The city of Elixir is in chaos. The Order of the Dragon have orchestrated a coup. The 5 Elder Dragons have been poisoned. Their only ally in the city, Ambassador Elia, has been captured. And now some members of the guild have been captured as well and brought before an ancient black dragon, Sidus. Just as all hope seemed lost, 2 of the Elder Dragons burst through the council chamber doors, creating enough chaos to allow the party to begin trying to take out the cult's forces. While a number of powerful spells and attacks have been thrown about, the cult's numbers have definitely been dwindled. The situation is still looking fairly dire. We left off last session in the midst of combat, just as Mira had summoned a large silvery spirit of a dragon, and Lockie had made an attack against Sidus. We jump back in at the beginning of Yervith's turn.
Ooh, damn, okay.
Damn.
Well, this music's super intense. I might have to get something
It is
slightly
very
less
intense, actually.
intense. It's a bit distracting. It's so intense. Let's go.
Whoa. All right.
No, I think it's pretty good at the moment, personally, but...
Right, I'll just turn it down a bit. How's that for?
Yeah, it just turned down a little bit, I reckon.
Alrighty. Matt, we pass over to Yervith.
I know, I'm just taking in this scene. I have to remind myself what's happening. Alright, so Yervith hiding behind this pillar here is going to duck out of cover. Pretty keen to take this dragon soul out and see if he can start to focus on Sidus a little bit. But he is probably gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark on the dragon soul real quick. Which he can do because he has a spell slot left for it. Amazing.
He does. You gained a spell slot back from the
indeed.
gold draconic form, the leader of the Draconic Nation, Pindrinth.
Cool.
Strode into the room, cried out, "Followers of Bahamut, be praised!" And everyone who was on the side of the council and not working for the cult gained a little bonus.
Yeah. Okay, now he's going to shoot with his bow for a 23, which is going to be a 10 piercing, but no sneak attack because I can't get it, and some damage there. So, that's going to be 10 piercing, 3 lightning damage, and the Hunter's Mark damage if you want to count that as well.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, you absolutely hit this Dragon's Soul member down. He's hiding behind these columns. As you just sprint down and loose this arrow, it spears through the back of his... well, I was going to say the back of his head, but it doesn't kill him outright, so no. It spears through the back of his calf, sort of like cutting through his Achilles heel and dropping him to the ground on one leg. As you deal some pretty heavy damage.
Just checking, that guy's the one with the ball, isn't he?
He is the one who had the device.
Yes. Had the device.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I will loose a second arrow.
Yes, take him out.
Take him out.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys are getting so bloodthirsty. 27's gonna. Well, it's close, mate, but it does just hit.
That's another 10 piercing, and let's roll some lightning damage.
You get Hunter's Mark on that too, don't you?
And I get Hunter's Mark on that as well, which is just a D6.
Yes, you do. Oh, sorry, I should have given him a little Hunter's Mark token stamp. Give me a mo.
That's all right.
Let's do that one.
17 damage.
Oh, he is definitely going to return that with a... Give me a mo. He's going to definitely do a hellish rebuke on that one. That's you're doing a lot of damage. He's not liking that.
That's fine.
Could you please roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
Dexterity.
That's not good.
Okay, you take 14 points of fire damage. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's not too bad.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
That's fine. Ouch.
Alrighty, as you fly, as you let this second arrow fly and it pierces through his hand goes up to kind of like catch the arrow. It goes straight through his hand and pierces into his shoulder. And then you watch as he looks back at his hand, the blood begins to congeal. He summons it into a ball of fire and flings it back at you, which strikes into your chest, burning you with this blast of flame. Alrighty. Do you have anything else on your turn?
Yeah, with my movement, I only moved a little bit. I'm going to move back in behind this pillar here. There-ish, I'd say.
Nice, very nice. As Yervith scurries back around towards the main dais that once housed members of the Elder Dragon and drops behind, you are sort of just hidden out of sight of this cultist who you've been firing at. Anything else on your turn, Yervith?
No. Bonus action, 2 actions to shoot. I'm good. Yep.
Beautiful. Well, I've just realised I should probably bring us across to the battle map. The people who want to actually see the map. Sorry, guys.
All good.
My bad.
Watch out. Beautiful faces.
What was that? Sorry.
I just want to watch our beautiful faces. We said
you can see both. With this, I have the beautiful faces arranged down the bottom and the beautiful map above.
Excellent.
And some beautiful fan art flicking through as well. This is some art by Ali, a sketch thestral, doing some artwork of Lyra. Actually, Shana, this one I should say. Alrighty, speaking of, Shana, it's your go. That was a seamless transition. It was intentional.
It was. Beautiful.
Yeah, so... I've got 2 options and I'm taking the riskier one.
I love it.
I'm going to use a quicken spell. So bonus action, I'm going to Hex Sidus.
Yep.
Just normal Hex, not the Hexblade one.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, he's Hexbladed up for both of us anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you've both got Hexblade and now you're hexing him as well. Absolutely.
I don't have Hexblade because it dropped when I died.
Gotcha.
So now I just have Hex.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just do the old double Eldritch Blast.
Classic. This music's too hopeful. I need you guys to be scared for your lives.
Yeah. Too hopeful.
Way too hopeful. So 15 is going to miss. 26 though, that's going to hit. Do you want to... Oh yeah, 6 force damage. Nice. And then do you get any bonuses for the Hex? 3
damage, just a 1d6.
Nice, okay. done.
Man, I rolled awful on that.
That wasn't great. That's okay. It's okay.
And
it's going to be all right.
I'm going to use some movement and just try and get the fuck away from these giant dragons.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I'm just going to go the full 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. Realizing that I'm in there. 20, 25, 30. I think that's probably 90 feet away.
What ability are you choosing, by the way, for Hex?
Oh, Hex gets an ability.
Yeah.
You get to...
So I assumed you'd done strength, but you could also do. It's just not for saving throws, so any ability checks. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, probably just strength, yeah.
Strength? I figured it was strength, and I was going to ask you once you got to the end of your turn, but these guys have beat me to it. That's absolutely fine.
So in the thing of the whole honesty thing, I just realized that it's necrotic damage, which means it doesn't do shit beside us. So it's just the
6 force damage.
Ooh,
that was a waste of a Hex.
Oh, okay, cool. I now know not to use Hex. Thank you.
Alrighty. Next up in the initiative turn is Sidus. I am sorry to say. Sidus sort of looking across. Sidus looking across at all of you. This sort of strange glint gets into his eye, and you watch as he begins baring his teeth in this very strange sort of rictus of a snarl. And then suddenly you realize as this laugh begins echoing, he's smiling. Pindrenth, Duvnin, I see you have recovered fastest from the poison. Tell me, who died to bring you here? Which one of your brethren sacrificed themselves to let you live? Pindrenth pauses and goes still. Pindrenth pauses and goes still. Their sacrifice will not be in vain. We will remember Iendrinth forever.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Iendrinth. Interesting. And here I thought you would take one for the team. You've lived long enough, surely. Never matter. Your health returned just in time for me to kill you. Seems rather appropriate. And with that, Sidus opens his maw and lets loose this torrent of black energy. Everyone who is in front of Sidus, that's going to be Lockie, Pindrenth, Eleanor. Jin's just out of range. You lucky little fuck.
God.
Duvnin is not out of range. Jin, I think you're just out of range.
Thank
Yep.
God.
You are.
Just to let you know as well.
Yeah.
For Duvnin, he has a bardic inspiration.
Yes, he does.
If he needs it.
Yep. Thank you. I've got that remembered.
Oh, thank God I didn't have the. Oh.
Yeah, Jin
So
is.
good.
You are like Jin. This is gonna pass by your nose as you stand still, just as he exhales. And actually, Mira, what happens to your dragon if it gets your dragon spirit if it gets hit by anything?
Same thing. It's a creature, so I'll make a saving throw.
Alright, cool. I need you all to make me Constitution saving throws then. So Lockie, Mira's dragon, I'll do for Pindrenth, Duvnin. And I'm so sorry, Matt, but I'm gonna need one for Eleanor as well. I'm sorry, buddy.
Constitution?
Constitution, please.
Okay.
Who's that dude next to Duvnin? The one above? Who's that guy?
That's a Dragon Fang, a member of the cult who is attacking him.
Oh no, 6.
Okay, so 6 is not going to be enough. Oh, this is so bad. So I've rolled really well on damage, I'm sorry.
I'm going to use inspiration to roll again.
What was yours, Lockie? 11.
Yeah, I'm using inspiration to roll again.
Did anyone buy those? What are they
That's
called?
better.
Did anyone buy those absorb element spells crystals that I bought?
I think you're the only one with them, sorry, Jin.
I saw
Oh,
a
Lockie,
couple
27! Natural 20 for a 27. Lockie's fine.
Yeah.
Eleanor's not.
Oh no.
I'm sorry,
Also-
buddy. Pindrenth fails. Pindrenth actually fails this roll. Duvnin succeeds. Pindrenth is going to use a legendary resistance to resist this, and then
good
takes half damage again because she is a special gold dragon. Same as Sidus is a special black dragon who has necrotic energy. Pindrenth is a special gold dragon with
Radiant.
radiant. Thank you. I just completely blanked on the term, and I was like having to like rewind the conversation with radiant damage because you've seen Pine use that radiant breath before.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is going to be 61 necrotic damage. Eleanor is gone. Eleanor just immediately out of existence. You just watch as Eleanor just turns to dust.
No, I mean,
Lockie, you pass, no problems. So you take half damage, 30.
I also had elemental resistance on as well for necrotic.
Oh yeah.
You did, yes you do. Yes you do from last, so that's halved it again to 15. That is not bad from 60 to 15 damage. That's where it's at. Nicely done.
Thank you, boy.
Does that elemental resistance stay up? I think it does until the beginning of your next turn, right?
Yeah.
My dragon's gone.
Your dragon's gone. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Oh no, it didn't stay out for very long.
Oh no.
I didn't get a turn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You just watch as this draconic spirit that Mira's like summoned like raises its wings and rises back, and then just immediately just gets turned to dust and ash as this blast of necrotic energy flies through. Duvnan takes a fair bit of damage too, not resistant to it. Does pass, but is not resistant and does not have the legendary resistance. So Duvnan does take a fair bit of damage as this blast shoots through this beam of black Icarus smoke almost that flies out of its maw. Pinedreth cries out in alarm, and you hear Duvnan swear in Draconic under his breath. And then as Sidus leans back and laughs, he goes, "Really? You've fallen so far, Pinedreth. You've taken our people with you. Step aside. It's my time to rule." Sidus is then going to concentrate, closing his eyes, bending his head down, lean back, and letting out this strange sort of like clicking roar, and then looks down and faces forward again, and does no more things. Jin, it is your go.
Okay, so I'm in combat with this dude.
Yes.
How bloodied is he looking?
He's got a few cuts and bruises.
That's not good. What to do? Because I'm in a bit of a interesting spot. Oh, this is tough. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is, I think I'm going to. So this dragon over here, what's happening over there? Because it charged into my dragon.
So it hasn't had its turn again yet, the white dragon, since last turn. But you saw it charge towards this illusionary green dragon that you summoned, or bronze dragon. I think you summoned this illusionary bronze dragon. It attacked this illusionary figure, realized it was an illusion after flying through it, and has now turned its attention back towards Duvnan.
Oh, okay. So it thinks it realized it's an illusion.
It flew through it into the wall. It took a little bit of damage. It was a bit of a giveaway at that point.
Okay. All right. Well then. Oh, actually. Would this guy know that it's an illusion?
You suspect, watching him seeing a giant white dragon fly through it.
He has been fighting me and Eleanor, and he might not have been paying attention.
He has been, that's true, but he is facing you to fight you, and it is right within like the side vision of where he's looking. If you were down below him, for example, I would say he definitely doesn't see it. You are kind of where, and he would have also seen you go, point over there, doing some magic.
I need to take this guy out.
Just give him some prison shivin. The Black Hand, the world's premier assassination organization, trained you from an early age. Just fuck this guy up. Fuck him up.
Alright. I'm going to attack him with the Umbral Blade.
Yep, nice.
I'm going to use I think I have like one charge left. I'm going to do another Dark Strike on him. And then use the booming blade at the same time.
Yep. Nice.
Nice.
So let's make an attack. Now, hopefully, if I cast this, does it do it? No, it's just doing the damage.
That's okay. That's still helpful.
Oh, that's another one.
Natural 1 for 11. As you go to strike forwards, he nimbly dodges to the side, ducking out of the way of your strike, and then coming back up, ready for another go.
Okay. That's my attack done.
This figure's wearing one of these creepy dragon masks, these sort of branched horns coming out from a central white bone mask. Red and black robes wrapped around them with a large sash holding the robes together.
Okay. Lockie's right up close with Sidus.
Lockie's basically touching Sidus. Yeah, good call.
I'm going to give him a Bardic Inspiration.
Yep, good call.
And let's go to my 81 Bardic Inspiration quotes.
Oh, here we go.
Randomly... the fire burning within you is as great as 1,000 suns.
That's good.
Accurate.
Accurate. I mean,
I run approximately 4 suns worth of energy.
I am indeed functioning on an old style fusion reactor in my chest.
Okay, so that is my Bardic Inspiration. My main action failed to hit. I still wouldn't mind just running away from these dudes.
Run away! Run away!
Just book it. Just book it.
I might actually run away. I'm going to take an opportunity attack.
Okay, he will definitely take the opportunity to give you a little stab.
That's fine.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab. I'm guessing a 9 misses.
Wow, okay, yeah, cool. That misses.
Rolled a 2.
5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
It's a very ominous ruler. Whoever had that on the roll 20.
Yeah, I can see this like green line going everywhere.
15,
I'm like,
20.
Someone's doing some measures.
Not bad.
It's so hard here. I don't know.
As you like run around. So you watch as Jin like just starts running away. This dragon soul goes to stab him, misses. Jin just like starts booking it, running around the back of Pine Drenth, the gold dragon, and then like crouches behind the tail and looks up and goes like,
Yeah, I love
a
that
horrible position.
5 minutes ago, you're like, you're a trained assassin by the Black Hand.
I only did that for so long. I was a bard for most of my life.
It's true. It's true. Anything else on your turn, Jin?
Though, I don't want to be because I know this dragon's going to attack this dragon.
So the white dragon
in the middle of that.
Yeah, the green dragon's your illusion. The white dragon's the real one.
Oh no, like the white dragon's my one.
Oh, in that case, then I added the wrong one to the initiative order. Yeah, you're right. I added the wrong one to the initiative order.
Yeah, the green one came in.
I did. Let me fix that up. I'll swap. I had the wrong one on the initiative order. There you go.
Oh, it doesn't even have an initiative, so that's fine.
No, but the green dragon should have one. I gave the white dragon an initiative.
I may as well keep it going because these guys over here still think that's like a dragon on our side, so it's still doing something.
They're having their own little mini war over there.
Yeah.
They are. Okay.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Anything else, Jin? No. All right, Pine Drenth. Pine Drenth does not get her breath weapon back, which is a real problem. She looks towards Sidus, and then looks at the sort of the 6 of you scattered around the room in sort of this moment of chaos. Please, rally to our cause. We must defeat Sidus here. He cannot be allowed to escape. Sidus sort of turns and laughs. Escape? Pine Drenth, you have gotten old and senile. I have no need of escape. I will be staying here in this throne room, ruling our people as should be done. Pine Drenth looks back. No, Sidus, you shall fall here finally. She's going to step up. 5, 10, 15, 20, and move up towards Lockie. I'm just going to have to move this dragon soul. She just pushes this dragon soul out of the way as she steps over. And she is going to try and attack. Yeah, just going to try and do... That is going to miss. Oh, that's going to miss. Oh, no. Okay. Come on, buddy. Yeah, we go. We got a hit. All right, cool.
Hey.
Didn't Pine Drenth have a Bardic Inspiration?
Oh, yes, I will. Yep, I'll add that. That actually does turn one of the misses into a hit. Oh, no, it's Duvnin. Duvnin has the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, Duvnin. Oh.
Duvnin.
Bugger.
Because Duvnin had one from ages back.
Yeah.
Pine
Okay.
Drenth was too far away from me, and Lockie has the other one. I should have probably given it to Pine Drenth, but I thought, nah, Lockie's my boy. So.
That's her full turn. Boldor. It's all on you, baby.
All right. Well, Boldor previously was quite mad, but took his time and let his rage seep and decided to heal someone else instead with a potion. So he's not as sprightly as he previously would be. He's also in the middle of nowhere. He sort of looks around him and there's no one within reach for him to have a whack with his warhammer.
You think you're in the middle of nowhere? Look at Shana. Shana's just on by herself even further away.
Yeah, she has she can throw
range.
out spells.
So he's going to try and get himself into a better spot. He's going to try to run himself to where is he going? He's going to the drop door.
Yep.
He's going to get to here first.
Save me.
So first he's going to move to the corner there. Is it a bonus action to pull out his
Yeah, I allow that stuff as I allow that stuff as bonuses or free actions depending on. If you're just pulling out a weapon to throw it, that's fine.
Yeah. He's going to be running down there and he reaches inside his pelt hand axe and just lobs it, and then he's going to turn and run down into the into the little drop door.
Okay, grenade.
So,
Amazing.
goes for
Nice.
hand axe.
15, and that was aimed at Sidus.
Yeah, Sidus, sorry. Yeah.
You watch as the hand axe just flies and just literally smacks into Sidus's chest, and it just immediately drops to the ground. It just does nothing. It just tink, and then it drops. Yep.
Oh shit! And then just then takes the last bit of his 10 movement to get into preferably somewhere where it's sunk. He's got some sort of cover, but
absolutely. I'll take that into consideration that you are currently down a level as you run down the rampway back into the collapsed room.
And that's all she wrote.
Alrighty, the adult green dragon, aware now that this is a illusion, is going to fly full pelt back towards Duvnin. 5, that's not moving, there we go, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right back in towards Duvnin, and goes to make an attack against Duvnin. Jin, unfortunately, its tail swings round towards you as it comes in. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not that sorry, but I am a little bit. That is definitely going to hit Duvnin with the bite. Jin, does a 17 hit you?
No, that actually misses. I have 18 armor class.
Okay, nice. That is really, really good.
The attack on Duvnin.
Yes.
So
you watch as the green dragon bites down and sort of gouges out this section of scale and flesh biting down. It doesn't look like it's done a huge amount to Duvnin.
I have a few bardic inspirations to chuck out, so I'm just going to do a cunning words and hopefully I can actually make it miss.
So roll the thing. Let's see if it misses.
No, it's a D8. Come on. 7?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. By 7.
That's enough. Yeah, that's definitely enough.
Perfect.
Absolutely. What do you say to cutting words to the dragon?
Oh no, I don't have any cutting words.
You can say something like, "Oh, it's another illusion." Wait, it's another illusion.
You fell for my illusion. Whoa! You were just such a loser.
What a little baby wormling.
Pathetic.
Amazing. Yeah, as you start spouting this, the tail flies overhead as you just duck underneath it perfectly, dodging
and you missed me as well. Wow.
And as it goes for the bite, Duvnin just moves back out of the way, and the dragon on empty air in front of you. That's the green dragons will go.
So much shit, though. I'm in the middle of 4 dragons.
Yeah, it's a good space for you to be. Yervith and this dragon soul just having a one-on-one bout now. This dragon soul is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, run up, and you watch Yervith as he sprints towards you, pulls out a short sword, and tries to attack you with it. Does a 14 and a natural 1 for a total of 8 for that second hit. Both miss. Fucking hell. You watch as he's like, completely misses. Actually, do you know what it is? The previous shot you made, that arrow that went through and severed part of his lower tendon, his Achilles tendon, he's slow. As he tries to limp towards you, you just back out of the way. Just take a few steps back and then take a few steps sideways. And both swings, he just misses completely. The other Dragon Soul is going to try and attack.
I'm going to use my reaction as soon as he ends his turn in front of me. I'm going to use my reaction to run 20 feet with my skirmisher ability and be like, "Catch me if you can."
I like it.
Yeah, which I'll basically skirt around the column and get to like here.
Nice.
So I'm kind of like behind him now.
Amazing. And you just see him like slowly begin to like turn and try and limp towards you again, being like, "Motherfucker."
I basically like run up the plinth and like around. And
you just backflip over this dude. You just bip
I
and
have
bop
full
him.
use of my legs.
yeah, pretty much.
Parkour.
That's intense. Hardcore parkour. The other Dragon Soul's going to attack Pinedrenth. That's a hit. Oh, Pinedrenth, you can't take that. Oh, Pinedrenth. That's both hits. Fucking hell. So I love how I roll for you, Yervith. I roll a 14 and a natural 1. But Pinedrenth, I roll a 19 and an 18. Both of those hit. You watch as this, while Pinedrenth is distracted, trying to take down Sidus, this little shit who was attacking Jin before just runs in underneath her belly, pulls out his sword, and just stabs her in the belly twice, just literally reaching up between chinks in the scales. She lets out this bellowing roar, and you watch as blood begins pooling out underneath her. Her wings as well go a bit limp around her. Wow, that was bad. Duvnin, Duvnin's not dealing with that. As Duvnin sees this Dragon Soul push out underneath, he cries out, "Pinedrenth!" He is going to use... I can't get... Fuck. The only way he can take this guy out is with Lightning Breath, and Jin's going to cop it if he does.
Oh.
All right, let me. I want to roll. How much does he care about preserving Jin versus saving Pinedrenth? All right, Jin, I'm going to let you roll this for me, so that if it's bad, it's your fault. I need a D100, please. I'm saying it's a 20% chance. No, you're fine. You're okay. 20% chance that he just went and just completely ignored you.
Okay,
so 20.
I will literally leave this space in like 6 seconds.
20 and under would have been a problem. 40's fine. Duvnin is going to have to take out this green dragon first. All right. Duvnin's doing a lightning blast. That is going to be a dexterity saving throw, which the green dragon fails.
And does this guy also get hit?
Oh, yes, he does. Thank you.
May as well.
He also fails. 82 points of damage. You watch as this blast of lightning smashes through. The column behind is obliterated as the Dragon Fang, he just watch him go like, and then he just falls still and you watch as he just goes completely still. Arcs of lightning burning across his body, his armor cooking him alive as the energy burns through him. The green dragon also takes a hefty hit.
Yes.
That is heavy. You watch as actually part of its wing is burned and scorched as its wing and tail sort of flop down uselessly. The green dragon looks up in fear as Duvnin rises back, blue wings flapping, looks down. Run, little dragon.
What a loser.
There's this as Duvnin goes like, run, little drake. And then Jin goes, "Ha! What a loser!" underneath him. Jin, do you want to roll me an intimidation check? Not for you, for Duvnin, but you're going to assist with this. I just want to see how.
Do I use my intimidation?
Yeah, use yours.
28.
All right, cool. That's good to know. Thank you for that. Mira, it is your go.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to do some tricky sorcerer stuff. As a bonus action, I'm going to use a 4th level spell slot to get 4 sorcery points, which I'm immediately going to convert into a 5th level spell slot for 5 sorcery points, so that I can get immolation back.
Buckle up, boys. There's some math going on here.
Also math.
Yeah.
And then
immolation.
I think it's just a bonus action, right? Or is it just a...
So it's a bonus action to convert the spell slot into the sorcery points. And then you can use the sorcery points for a free action to convert it into a spell slot. A 5th level spell slot.
Nice, perfect. And would you like to use your action to
immolate?
Who are you immolating? Jin, Boldor. Oh, Sidus. Okay, fair enough. I believe that was a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw.
Please fail.
Please fail. Oh, I've got I'm going to save his last legendary resistance for when he needs it, just in case. That is a 20.
That's pass.
Damn.
Okay.
Wait, it's
That's
half
right.
as much as this. It doesn't keep burning.
Fuck.
Oh, 36 points of damage though.
Not bad.
Plus 5 for elemental affinity. So that's
41.
41 points of damage.
41 points of damage, and he has no protection from this. You watch as Mira... How do you cast this spell? Talk me through it. How does this...
Okay, well, because it is kind of like she's building on her her sorceress origins to do this spell because she doesn't have much energy left. She the whole body sort of gets that glow from a campfire, and it just kind of spreads up and then out through her fingernails, and just all 10 fingers alight, and then she flicks it out, and it just casts this enormous cone of fireball at Sidus.
Amazing. Did you want to use... It sounds like Mira's a bit desperate.
Yeah.
Is Mira using her necklace to change the energy type of this at all?
No, well, I would change it to radiant, but I can't. So, but
It's
I know
not
he's
elements.
not. Yeah, he's not. He's not resistant to fire. So.
Okay, no, that's all good. As you summon this flame Mira, it doesn't burn red or orange, but white, blue, as it is burning with this intense blue flame. Sidus screams as it burns across his body, this baying, screaming sound. And you watch as scales begin to crack underneath the heat, cracking and breaking, revealing tender, weak flesh underneath. As Sidus now looks not that much better than Pine Drenth. God Dragon.
Mira's just savage. Her both her eyes are red flames and that white flame in her eyes now. She's just burn.
Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Did you want to move at all, or are you quite happy where you are?
Look, I might move nowhere, maybe.
As a brave assassin once taught me, run away!
Run away!
Oh, brave Samira.
Get some coconuts. Start
Yeah.
Brave Samira ran away. Bravely ran away.
There we go. Let's get my breath
I
back.
didn't.
The end.
You did, you bloody scarpered. Alrighty. Lockie. Lockie,
Okay.
you are currently sandwiched
Yeah,
between...
well, he's been having a bit of a hard time because he was there. It was I'm here facing a dragon, and all of a sudden he's been using the past couple of seconds duck and weave as these dragons colossal above him. And also, what's been happening during that time is as he's ducking and weaving, he had a little bit of an experience with time distortion shit before.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what he's actually been doing is he's ducking under Pundren's limbs and things, he's actually been attaching things to around about where his wrists would be, to all 4 of his limbs. And what it's actually going to do is when he activates it for a bonus action, he's going to just shift Pindrith maybe a millisecond out of phase, so that the next round of attacks and things go against him until his turn will have disadvantage.
Ooh.
Can you chuck the details in chat so that I remember?
That's
please?
sick.
If you click the display feature, thank you.
Whoop.
No.
Didn't do it. Just Sanctuary.
Oh, Sanctuary, nice.
That is one of the best reflavoring of a spell I've ever heard.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
sick.
brilliant. Thank you. I wondered if it was Sanctuary, but I wasn't 100% sure because you do have some funky things as an artificer.
Nice.
Amazing. Yeah. So as you activate this ability, Lockie, having been experimenting with various forms of technology, especially the giant runic tech that you quite recently have had a fair bit of luck sort of unlocking those memories that you have within you, that understanding of how it works. In this moment, something occurs to you, something you've kind of thought of on a much smaller scale, and you realize there's no reason why it can't be scaled up. The maths, the physics should work at any size creature. And you begin, as you move between Pindrent's legs, attaching these little moments, sort of touching to activate the spells and providing this little area of underneath. And then as you activate, Pindrent sort of seems to be almost slightly out of phase. As Pindrent moves, there's this ghostly after image glitching behind every so often. It looks very almost like a holographic ghost after image.
That's sick.
So, that's awesome. That's your bonus action. What's your action, baby?
Well,
Run away!
Run away! Yeah, that's
he's
it.
gonna shift around, so he's gonna move around over to here, and then his action is he's gonna power up his gloves. Just take a couple of swings. Just take a couple of old swings.
Amazing. Can I just say, I want to share this from chat. This is awesome. Fireblade has gone, oh my, I'm only up to episode 28. I just tuned into the stream and this has escalated from bullying ogres to jumping off flying castles. Yeah, it has. It's the only way I can say that. Yep.
Yes.
Welcome.
Things have changed. Oh, 24, 23.
Nice.
Oh my
I
god.
think he's gonna be able to keep my bardic as well. That's good.
Lockie.
Yeah.
Fucking MVP. Lockie, who's been like, for podcast listeners, Sidus, this ancient black dragon is currently duking it out with Pinedrinth, another ancient gold dragon. Lockie has been underneath them for the last like round and a half, has managed to avoid taking any damage from that position, and now he's coming back with some amazing plays. They both hit, 24 and 23 both hit Lockie. 9-6, nice. Really nice solid damage. As you just run around, and are you targeting any particular part of his body?
Yeah. Yes, actually, I will do. As I get to the side, I'm gonna try and get that joint where his wing would be attaching to his back.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And because
Okay.
it's electricity damage, so if I can get in that joint and hit it with some electricity, maybe I can give him a dead wing or something like that. So
I'm gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. DC is 18.
Oof.
As a fail. You watch as his wing, just because this is an epic moment, and he's taken a fuckload of damage in the last like 6 seconds. As you go like bam, 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 and start activating this energy, you watch as his wing seizes and paralyzes, and the muscles tense and pull it into this clonic form where it cannot move for the moment.
Nice.
Alrighty. Anything else on your turn, Lockie, or do you reckon
Very
that's enough
nice.
heroic action for?
I think
Run away!
Run away again.
Yervith. Now we're going to go to a slightly less intense combat. Yervith versus this one dude.
Well, you say that.
Yeah.
But Yervith is like, he finds himself in this position where he turns around and he spots Sidus with the armor missing, and he like looks through the columns. He's like, I've got a good shot, and he is going to use his bonus action to steady aim. So he gives
Okay.
himself the advantage on this shot. He's aiming. He's going to aim right for this like bit where the scales have fallen off, where the flesh is exposed. He's going to try and get a critical, and he's going to use his elven accuracy to give himself like
nice.
special advantage as well.
Oh my god, yep.
3 rolls.
I'm pretty sure you can combine steady aim with elven accuracy, but I will double check. I'm pretty sure you
It's
can.
basically any time
Yeah.
he ever has advantage, he gets
Yeah.
3 rolls instead of 2.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It means I can't move, so I'm basically just standing here. But
Yeah.
For this, he's not going to miss out on an opportunity like this. So he's gonna see if he gets a crit, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh,
But
29.
close.
13. We'll take the 29.
No,
Take the 29.
That's nice.
Take the
That
29.
works.
So just double checking. So the 16 is your second attack, right? Because you don't get. There's no such thing as triple advantage. So you get advantage on the next attack.
Oh no!
Oh,
so
Elven actually, you can
Elven
re-roll one of the
accuracy
dice.
makes
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's basically 3 rolls, I guess.
Yep. It is.
So he'll roll some damage. Let's see. That's gonna be 6 and 8. So that's we'll get the sneak attack because Lockie is there.
Yep.
And he'll roll a little d4 for the lightning. So that's gonna be, what is that?
An extra
17.
3 damage. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. 17 total.
Okay, cool. And then with his second attack, he's gonna like look around at the Dragon Soul, which is still annoying him a little bit. And he'll try and take the
Little bit.
Dragon Soul out with like a quick little shot to try and take him out.
Oh, this feels very Legolas. Like turns around, one at the dragon, turns back around, and then fires
Yeah.
behind him. Yeah.
Extremely
Amazing.
Legolas.
Yep.
Channeling that Legolas energy. That's gonna be a 21 to 21.
That's gonna hit. You might be able to do this if you roll high enough on damage. This could be
that's
enough.
good.
That's
8.
8 piercing.
Oh, he has got the Hunter's Mark as well.
He does. Yes, he does. So that's an extra.
That's going to be
2
2
damage.
points of lightning damage.
Yep.
And
And then the
6.
hunters.
Oh,
Yervith! He's got 1 hit point left. I'm happy to share that, just because as this arrow thuds in, it goes in the middle of his chest, and he watches he like looks down, his hands go to like grasp it, but his left arm isn't working anymore. Something's been severed deep within his spinal column.
Sorry, dude. When my damage rolled, it actually wasn't technically enough, because I have the one where it adds the my intelligence on top of the strength. So Yervith gets it. If you're down to less than 6 hit points, because I add my intelligence on top of the strength hits.
Oh.
This isn't for Sidus. This is for the little dragon soul down the bottom.
Oh, it's not for Sidus? Oh,
not for Sidus. Nah, it's just for the dragon soul. I was gonna say, it's like, yeah, but unfortunately, no. Lockie hasn't even seen this guy. There's been other stuff going on in Lockie's.
Damn.
Lockie's world. Okay. Lockie's just fighting dragons. You just watch as he begins like stumbling towards you, almost moving like an undead, like a zombie, and you get the sense that this guy is on the last vestiges of whatever tether. Keeping him alive. Any movement?
Jesus. I can't move. So, because of city aim, I can't move.
Oh, of course you can't. Yeah, use your bonus action. Yep. Shana na.
So, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Was it this dude that Yervith was trying to take out and got very, very close, but not
He's
quite?
on 1 hit point. Yes, that's him.
1 hit point.
Alright, so Shana's gonna do her usual, except she's gonna
kill steal.
I was afraid of it like turning around and killing.
I don't think you have this in mind.
Got an XP thief here. No, we don't work on XP.
Yeah, so 1 Eldritch Blast going over here, and then she wants to split the other one and try and hit the other Dragon Soul.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I'm just making sure it is 120.
Dragon Souls are just really annoying.
Yep,
you're fine.
It reaches.
It does. It definitely reaches.
So first.
I believe.
Second.
22 is going to hit.
Yes.
17's also going to hit. All right, we'll deal do the 22 to the guy with only 1 hit point, because you said you're going to hit him first. That way you get the better damage on the other one. Yervith, as you're watching this guy like trying to like move towards you, you hear this poof. And then you watch as his entire chest caves in as this beam of energy pierces through, pushes the arrow back out through the hole where you put it in. And there's this empty gaping hole where his heart would be, just like rib cage exposed. And he just collapses immediately to the ground, straight down. The other guy takes big damage.
I imagine I see Shana over in the distance. I just give her like a nod.
You see Shana through the hole.
yeah. I'm just like, yes.
And as he collapses, you just like do a little salute.
Yeah.
Probably more of a whew.
Anything else on your turn, Shana?
So she also, the second beam went to that second soul. So I'm not sure if there's...
He took 8 damage, yep.
Oh, yep. And then with the rest of her movement, she gon' keep backing up.
Keep on backing up.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, wow.
Shana, as you get close to the red dragons and the red dragons, the Draconic Guard, fighting off the Draconic Guard who have sided with the cult, you can see the battle's fairly even. They're just hacking away at each other, hitting armor, blocking strikes. Looks like there's not been much change since you were last there. I've been rolling percentile dice. They've been almost exactly the same every single time, so nothing's changing for them. They're locked in a dead stalemate. Oh dear. It's the Siduses go. Yeah, Sidus is definitely going to do this. It's getting a bit dicey in here. There's too many dragons. Too many dragons involved. Sidus, you watch as his eyes close once more, and he concentrates. There's a moment of still and quiet, and then air begins pushing away from around Sidus, almost as if it's being displaced and moved backwards from him. Suddenly, with a sudden flash of light and a loud crack, a figure appears in front of him. Dressed in red and purple robes, long black hair tied back, with the black goatee in position. You see this figure of Severin appear before you. He looks around calmly at the room, and then looks back at Sidus. Reaching into his cloak, he pulls out a red dragon mask and places it over his face.
Oh no.
He then turns towards Pindrenth Duvn
Oh,
and speaks in Draconic. Halt! You watch as Pindrenth and Duvnen freeze in place, no longer able to move.
Alright.
Was that a
Severin-
spell or a feature?
You don't know.
Fuck.
Can anyone counterspell that?
People can try.
Oh.
I mean, I can try, but I don't think it's a spell.
If there was any
no.
saving 1200 rolls of advantage, one on advantage, so never mind.
Yeah. No. Anyone want to try and you're welcome to try. I don't want to get in the way. I'll give you a few more seconds.
Yeah, I'll counterspell it.
Boldor can't.
Okay, fantastic. Mira, you summon the energy and go to counterspell it. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Boldor, did you say you were going to counterspell it?
You can't.
Oh man, you can't counter rage it.
This scream angrily in his direction.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, Mira, as you go to summon this, the magic he's casting is not the spell; it's something else. You feel this magic emanating from the mask. It looks like it's almost carved of scale. This red dragon mask in the shape of a red dragon's open-toothed maw, these red teeth, and this glint of scale-like reflection off it. And as you go to cast this spell, the spell has no effect. The mask just seems to completely block it.
Is that magic a kind of similar feeling to my amulet?
Yes, it is. It's incredibly similar to your amulet.
Excellent.
Ooh. Does the image of Severin look like corporeal, or is it like more ethereal?
At this moment, it looks corporeal. Looks like
Okay.
a human is standing there. Severin, sort of in this moment, turns back around and looks at you lot. Well, well, well. Seems you have been up to some mischief. Wasn't expecting you to have done so well against Sidus. And it seems the Elder Dragons have been released as well. Shame. Well, Sidus, shall I leave you here for failing me? No, Master. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. A little bit louder, please. No, Master. Good, Sidus. Don't forget your place. We wouldn't want you to get any ideas above your station now, would we? Come. I think we've put up with this circus long enough. And he reaches out, places a hand on the flank of Sidus. Yes?
If he's going to I will counterspell. Can I yell something at Sidus?
Yeah?
Can I just yell? Oh, I don't know. Wait, I haven't even thought about it. Can I just you call yourself a proud dragon and you bow to this? Free yourself.
Can you make me a persuasion check?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
15.
Oh,
Do I
not that
have
good.
anything? No, I do not.
fuck.
Sidus looks at you, Mira, hate, rage in his eyes. Potentially interpreting this as some sort of taunt. And then, like that, Severin places a hand upon his flank and disappears.
Counterspell.
Counterspell? What level are you counterspelling?
Third. That's all I got.
Oh no, Mira, I'm sorry. Mira, you go to cast this spell, the magic just rebounds immediately off the hide, and you watch as Sidus and Severin both disappear.
Fuck.
The green dragon, however, is still there.
No.
You watch as Sidus disappears, the green dragon sort of pauses, looks at the elders now in the room, looks at all of you. The dragon souls as well. There is one dragon soul left near Pindrenth. The dragon soul runs forward. Severin, wait! Fuck. Jin, it is your go.
Okay, with that, I'm going to use a free interaction. I'm going to look at them both and be like, well, that left a bitter taste in the mouth for both of us. Lay down your weapons, or I look at the big green dragon in front of me. Talons? Teeth? Lay down your weapons and surrender. Otherwise, Well, we have 2 dragons on our side and the 6 of us. I don't think the odds are very much in your favor.
Make me a persuasion check.
26.
26.
Oh, nice.
The dragon soul
13 as well.
immediately drops its weapons. The green dragon lowers its head in active submission. Jin.
And the Draconic Guard over there too. You guys are off in your own little world, but nothing really to fight for anymore.
The Draconic Guard sort of turn, see what's going on. 2 of them salute, 2 of them drop their weapons.
Wow.
Okay, I think that is combat over by the sound.
I may take us out of initiative unless anyone else was thinking of doing anything else in particular.
Nothing combat related, but I wanted to go and find that gold ball.
Yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. Yep.
Is anyone looking particularly hurt other than Shana?
I'm a little battered, but
I think me and
I'm
Lockie
alright.
have
I
taken
mean, I'm a little
damage.
banged up though.
The gold dragon, maybe.
The gold dragon's.
Pindrenth is looking pretty hurt.
yeah.
They're probably already weakened as well because they were poisoned.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know about that. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I will take us out of initiative then. Jin, as you say this, and the green dragon lowers its head in submission, Duvnin turns towards you, Jin. Surrender? I think not. And its jaws clamp down around the green dragon's neck, and it breaks its neck. And the green dragon drops to the ground limp and unmoving.
Well,
as Duvnin
okay.
cracks its skull.
I'll be honest, I don't have any say really in this. You could kill me with one blow, so I will leave that to your expertise, and I just walk off. There's no point even bothering trying to like get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Duvnin
that's a
immediately. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Are they like still under the influence? Or
As
how do
soon
they
as Severin disappeared, their bodies relaxed and they could move again, as far as you can see.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
As
the
soon as
dragon
Severin
saw.
was not in range. Yeah, Duvnin runs over to check on Pindrenth, sees the dragon soul, steps on the dragon soul, and crushes it beneath its feet.
I
wow.
am not even going to say anything. I'm just going to leave that.
Boldor, you're like underneath in the little collapsed passageway as Duvnin pushes over the top, like takes a moment to pause to check you, realizes that you were fighting with the group. Lightning fades away from its maw, and then it steps around and begins checking on Pindrenth, trying to pull Pindrenth up to her feet. As this happens, bursting through the doors, a silver dragon pushes into the room, crashing in. Massive but young compared to the others, scales still bright silver. As it bursts through and begins sprinting towards Pindrenth, it transforms, shrinking down and taking on this silver dragonborn form that is very familiar to all of you, Elia. And as she sprints towards Pindrenth, she clasps her hands together, places them on Pindrenth's side, and begins muttering a spell in Draconic.
Shana did the same. Shana did some healing too.
Oh, Shana, what did you heal?
He gave her a whole 7 hit points.
7 hit points. I will plus 7.
She
Fantastic.
tried.
She did try. No, you did a good job. I realize this music's a bit more like involved for battle. Let's get more of a. There we go. That's a bit spoopy. Is there anything I've got that's not spoopy? I want a sad one. Oh, this is alright. This is good. Yeah, as Elia begins rushing in, placing her hands upon Pindrenth's side, closing her eyes and muttering in Draconic, you see this golden light begin to shine from Elia as the wounds begin to knit themselves closed on Pindrenth's body. As Pindrenth sort of like finishes up the healing, she collapses towards her dais and curls up around it, closing her head, pulling it underneath her wings, falling silent. Duvnin moves over to check on Pindrenth, and while that's happening, Elia begins walking towards you guys, still in this silver draconic form. I am so pleased to see that you are all alive and well. I feared the worst. But you're okay, all of you.
Well, for the most part, we are.
Mira,
How about you?
Your mother.
I wondered if you might have heard. You see a single tear fall out of her draconic eye and begin sort of peeling down the side of her scaly face.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Well, it's It's how she would have wanted to go, really. Saving her friends, her fellow council members, preventing the cult's takeover of our nation. There is no nobler sacrifice that could have been made.
How did you get out? Sorry, you go, Yervith.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I just wish we could have got here sooner.
No. The fact that you are here at all is a miracle. I was genuinely... I thought you might have been captured in the city or killed. When I heard that there were orders to kill all of you on sight, I feared the very worst. I mean, the entire city in chaos, in flames. I'm amazed that you are here standing before me in one piece.
It's been a big day. We fled into the Undercity to avoid detection, but
yes,
we were held up.
Indeed.
Thunderous was helping us escape.
Well,
Quick question.
Yes.
So sorry, Owen. How long have we been awake for?
Oh, you guys have been awake for like 18 hours, 19 hours.
Ooh.
Straight.
Yeah, it's been a big day.
It's been a big day. So basically since the coup, you have been awake. You've had short rests only.
We had the opportunity to long rest like before we went into the keep.
And we didn't.
And we didn't.
We didn't have.
No.
It was probably better we did that because I know Owen. Owen's very time aware.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I look. Maybe sometimes I keep track of time so that I can know whether things are happening or not. Maybe I do that all the time. Maybe it's not a maybe. I definitely do that all the time.
I think Jin is going to collapse against this pillar and start almost like nodding off, but trying to like fight the waves of exhaustion. I think that just makes sense. If he's just exhausted, everyone would be. So I'm going to like sort of start, I guess, role playing that.
Yeah, you just move over and collapse against the column and sink down. There are actually on this dais there are columns arranged at each of the 4 cardinal points, north, south, east, west. If you wanted to collapse against one of them,
I'll do the one. Actually, I'll probably like sit in front of this one near Mira.
Yeah, just like Jin walks up to you, Mira, just like gives you a bit of a look, a nod, and then sinks into the column.
Give her a pat on the back as well.
Yeah, gentle pat, and then just sinks.
And then just collapse in a bundle.
Yeah. As you go to drop, Elia goes to catch you and like lowers you gently against the column. You can still feel this strength, but you can feel her hands are still slightly shaking, Jin, as she lowers you down and then steps back. She turns towards the rest of you. You can see, she looks tired, very sad. Yes. Well, sorry. Did someone ask how we escaped? A group of Dragonborn down underneath in the chambers in the cells, calling themselves the Equalists, freed us, led by a blue Dragonborn, a Kani.
Yes. Nice.
Hey, this is good.
They took out the White Dragon Guard and then freed us. He was very brave. For someone who... I mean, the Equalists, our intelligence indicated that they were allied with the cult, but clearly that was very, very mistaken. It wasn't as simple as that.
They were, but I think that the reality of their idealism caught up with them.
Indeed. Well, Akani has made me promise, as one of the agreements for setting the rest of the council members free. He had no problems freeing me, but we've promised. The council have promised to sit down with the Equalists and have a bit of a talk about things that we can change. Very, very well-spoken man, Akani.
He is quite a smart one. Boldor's got a big grin on his face that his friend is like done some good.
Yes. Apologies, I'm not sure we've met. Elia. She holds out her hand. Before you, Boldor, you can see this silver dragonborn, 7.5 feet tall, resplendent silver wings on display behind her, dressed in this pure white toga wrapped around her with this red sash across her chest.
Right, well, seeing that sort of like all on display, he sort of tightens up the pelt and puts the warhammer beside. I'm Boldor, out of the Adventuring Guild, and reaches out a hand.
She takes it in this massive clawed hand, shakes it very delicately. Again, Boldor, you can feel a bit of a tremor to her touch as she shakes your hand very delicately and then sort of releases it. Yes, I'm.
As she's Boldor is just at it once insight, just trying to see how genuine the dragon's being.
Oh yeah,
Just
insight
for
check, absolutely.
its own reasons.
16. Yeah, Elia seems she's maintaining eye contact. That handshake is very. You can feel there's a warmth to it, and the way she sort of like has this smile that she's pushing. You get the sense that she's definitely there's a lot of emotion going on here. Combination of deep grief, deep relief, and probably still a bit of anger, that battle anger from whatever's been happening outside, because no more guards were running into the room. So you imagine there was some things happening outside as well. You get the sense that she's probably still a little bit of a... And Boldor, you would know the signs of battle fatigue well. You've been raging hard and in battle for a long time. Coming down out of that adrenaline is very difficult. And so often, Boldor, you would probably find yourself a bit shaky after a battle sometimes, or a little bit of a hair trigger for a couple of hours afterwards as you come down from that massive adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah, definitely exhausted right now. That's for sure.
Yep.
He doesn't say anything else.
Yeah. Yes. Oh dear, I never expected such a thing to occur. I'm so sorry that you were caught up in this.
Have you rounded up the other cultists? Have we managed to find any of the other masked ones?
No luck finding any masks at the moment, unfortunately. I know we are still scouring the city trying to locate them, but I mean, where to start? We don't even know who are and who aren't cultists. These were our own people, Mira. This is going to take a long time to heal, this type of violent insurrection. There's a lot of things here we're going to need to look at and change to be able to heal and move on.
Would it be possible to get everyone in a room, just literally everyone that holds any semblance of power, and just do the world's largest zone of truth? Anyone that fails gets sent for further interrogation, and see if we can do it that way. Give at least a little bit of trust back to some people.
I think the elders will probably push for something along those lines. We have a number of spellcasters amongst the ranks of the staff of the Draconic Embassy. I'm sure we could find someone who is capable of maintaining a large zone of truth. And yes, that is a good suggestion. Good suggestion, Shana. I think we'll be doing something along those lines. Absolutely.
Do we know where Severin has retreated to? Is he still in the city, or...?
I'm not sure if he was ever here. Severin came down to Gloat twice while we were in prison down below. Spent quite a bit of time berating the dragons for their short-sightedness and their ignorance, but it wasn't him. He wasn't physically there. It was some sort of illusion.
My eyes will narrow a little bit and go, maybe there's a way to track where he is. I look at Lockie like kind of expectantly, and then I say, that device that dragon soul had seemed to maybe project an image of Severin. And maybe there's a way of reverse engineering it or something, and we could figure out where he's located.
That is precisely what I was thinking, as a matter of fact. Well observed. But yes, we'll have a little look at that and see if I can reverse engineer anything or find something.
I'll go over to pick it up and give it to Lockie, and also inspect the body while I'm at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me an investigation check, please.
Oh, super high.
3. Yervith, you find the orb only because it has rolled out of his hands like the Palantir from Saruman. You see this orb on the ground, and like Pippin, you just reach down and pick it up and start looking into its depths. The orb is silvery metallic with these brass bands all around it and a number of symbols written in Draconic across its surface. And it seems to be two halves joined together. And as you pick it up, it feels very light, much lighter than you would have been expecting. You walk back over and it's a Lockie.
Yep.
Wonderful.
To be fair, he is missing like half his body from the Eldritch Blast, so probably not a lot to see anyway.
Yeah, true. Elia sort of puts her head in her hands. I never expected such a thing. I haven't seen Bacchus. Have you seen Bacchus? I heard he'd been taken as well.
No. It's too far out from the city for us to get to.
No.
When we heard that you had been taken, we went straight here, as fast as we could.
Yes, well, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And if what Akani tells me is correct, you played no small part in allowing the Equalists to reform and to free us as well. So for that, I am eternally in your debt, as are the rest of the Draconic Council. Indeed. Yes, Shana.
It's just because of the hour and everything that's happened. Would it be best if we moved back to your estate, or is there a different place that maybe you look like you need a rest?
Yes, I do. Yes, of course, if you still feel safe there, I very much would like to take you back to the estate, the Worm's Rest, of course. But if you're not feeling safe there, I understand. And if you want to stay here or find other accommodation.
We made it out of there once.
Very true. Yes, well, come.
I don't know in what state it is.
What is the situation in the streets? Is the battle still ongoing, or are things calmed? I haven't seen the city in a long while.
The other dragon elders have been able to fly up and call for calm across the city. While Duvnin and Pandreth came to face Sidus, the other two went out to go and try and calm the streets, and they have been mostly successful. Fronier and Idrog were able to calm down much of the city and prevent much of the fighting, but there are still pockets of resistance, I'm sure. I don't think this will have calmed down for some time fully, but the Draconic Guard are back under our command again. It seems that they were not aware of who their masters were. Most of them had not been told that the Draconic Elders had been imprisoned and sealed away. They were simply told that drastic action must be taken to capture traitors and rebels within the city. They never realized that they were, in fact, being used. They were simply following orders.
Deceived.
Indeed. It's a shame that... Oh, yes, sorry.
I was just going to say, Elia, if there is ever a rumor that goes around from your guards that said that I may or may not have tried to kill Mira, it's a lie. I'm just clearing the air there.
What? What?
Remember when the guards first attacked us at the manor?
Oh yeah.
I remember.
I don't want to be put on trial for that.
I can vouch for Sana that she didn't.
Yes, that's. I can vouch. Lucy. Sorry, my Labradoodle was just getting more comfy on her beanbag. She's doing like the stomps as well, like really making sure it's nice and comfy. I'm like, come on, Lucy. No sense of dramatic timing, pup. Elia. No, of course I will vouch. Of course, look, any deceit you needed to do to protect your friends and your family.
Are the elders cured?
No, not completely. My mother's sacrifice was able to restore their health, but they will carry the scars of this poison for the rest of their lives. There is no cure. Not anymore. It has been too long. They will find their strength, their stamina greatly reduced, and their lifespans somewhat shortened. In fact, one of the things the council is going to have to do is probably start looking at appointing new dragons to the council, or Dragonborn as well, potentially, if the changes I have in plan can be enacted in time. Yes, the Draconic Elders will die, probably in the next few years.
Bahamut, there's no miracles or magic or anything that can heal such a poison?
Fortunately not. Whatever this poison was, seems to have been created specifically to take out the Elder Dragons. In fact, I detect Tiamat's hand in this. I think she has been planning this for some time. This could potentially be from the Hells, some sort of hellish poison. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it has done its job far too well. There is no magic that we know of to heal them. I'm not giving up.
We need to find the plants.
The plants at this point are no longer helpful. They would have helped in the acute stages of the poisoning, reduced its effects, but it's too late. Poison has taken its toll, it's done the damage. Poison is gone from their systems now. It's just the damage it did that will remain. We were not quick enough, unfortunately. It's okay. It's sad, but all things change. For a long time, we haven't. And And that has allowed this rot to fester within us and tear us apart. I hope that we can see this as a chance to grow, to change, and to heal together. But there is much work to do. Come, I will take you back to the estate. Please climb on my back once we get out, and I will take you back, and we can have a rest, and maybe have more of a debrief if you wish, but if you want to wait until after you had a rest, I completely understand. I can't promise...
Or is it...
Elia. Yes, Boldor.
I was acting as a bit of a spy for the children of Tiamat, and I think there was something of importance under the council, some treasure that could have been useful for this cult. Does that ring any bells for you?
Oh, I would be very surprised if the cult were not keen to get their hands on the wealth of the Draconic Nation. I don't imagine they have had time to break through the vault. They would have needed all 5 Elder Dragons to allow for that. They would not have been successful at that.
Well.
Doggies.
Doggo.
I have that to look forward to.
That means Alice is home.
Oh.
Well.
Limmy.
Oh, cute.
She knows the drill. When she hears me growl at her, she knows she's got to come running.
Boldor suggests maybe just check that the vault is okay. They seem quite interested in it.
Yes, I believe we can do that. Indeed. Will you be staying in the city long, Boldor? Will you accompany us back? Do you have lodgings elsewhere?
I think I'll join the Tempest Guild. I'll continue on if they do need.
Of course, no. You are more than welcome to come stay with us and to join them, of course. Are you a member of the guild, or how did you get into the city? You said you were working as a spy for the cult. Do you mean working as a spy against the cult? As you'd infiltrated the cult?
I started. I came across a couple Dragonborn cult-like, and said I didn't like some dragons, and they thought it was a joke. And I showed them I was tough, and they're like, "You'd be a great bodyguard." And I realized I could join them, and I've since reconvened with my friends.
Oh, so you know each other from before? Okay, right, yes. Sorry, I'm just a bit unclear. No, all good. Please, climb on my back. I will take you back to the estate and have a chance to rest. Any questions you want to ask, we can ask along the way. With that, Elia transforms back into full Silver Dragon mode. You guys climb onto her back and she flies you back. The view from Dragonback across the city is depressing. Smoke rises from a number of the houses and the manors. You can see there are still some bodies in the streets. The dragon, the gold dragon that had had its neck snapped by Sidus, its body is still strewn across part of the lower district, its head lolling uselessly on one of the walls. You can see there are other casualties as well, other dragons, Dragonborn, dead in the streets. It seems there is a bit of an effort to try and move the bodies and try to clean up, but it's slow. The people are exhausted, beaten, battered, and confused, unsure of what has happened and where they can go from here. As you approach the Worm's Respite estate, where Elia had you resting. Oh no, sorry, Worm's Respite is Worm's Respite was Bacchus's. Yeah, sorry, Worm's Respite is Bacchus's. As she takes you back to the Silver Scale estate, sorry. You can see that the front gates are still smashed down where they were beaten down by the Draconic Guard as they entered. You can see one of the balconies has actually been partially collapsed. It looks like some sort of acid has melted part of the side of the building. Not the guest wings, but another side of the building as well. And you can see some of the furniture has been thrown out the windows and into the grounds. Potentially this has been slightly ransacked. As Elia lands and transforms back into draconic form, into Dragonborn form, she looks around and sighs very heavily. Well, I hope the library is untouched. That would be That would be a real problem if some of those books were missing. It's taken my family many lifetimes to put that together. That would be a great loss. Well, please rest.
Grith will be able to help you.
Yes, I'll just have to find her first. Hopefully she's alive somewhere in the city.
Oh, she's with her family in her house.
Were you with her?
Yes, yeah. Actually, they did try and kill her too.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so pleased to hear she got out okay. I shall have to locate her. I know her family home is not too far from here. I will go and fetch her.
She was on the receiving end of a nasty spear from the Draconic Guard, but she's okay.
Oh, dear. Oh, and she still managed to get you lot out. I need to give her a pay rise.
Oh, yeah.
Say that again.
Please, rest.
She guided us down.
Yes.
Made it without her.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Probably not the best timing, but we have been through hell and back, and not going to lie, we need all the help we can get in the fight against the cult. We haven't even paid off our airship. Would we be... what's the word? Would we be due for any compensation?
Yes, Jin. Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Perfect.
I am sure the 5 Draconic Elders, 4 Draconic Elders.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like that's not why I did this all, but it is handy.
No, of course. You'll find that dragons can be very generous when their lives are saved, when they are in your debt. Yes. Well, I better go see if I can find Fondrith. Rest.
Can Mira just, like, as they go, can she just put out a hand and just on Elia's, arm, just be like, I'm sorry.
She takes your hand and gives it a squeeze. Thank you, Mira. I am too. We'll talk later. Please rest, recover. I'll meet with you soon. And with that, she transforms back into dragon and takes off. Shana, you said you're using prestidigitation on the house. Lockie's going to do mending. Yervith is going to pick things up off the ground. Like, are you putting them anywhere or just picking them up?
I'm just sort of guesstimating where they would go. If there's like a table over or something, I'm just like, looks good.
The inside of the house is less ransacked than you might have expected. The library, in fact, the doors are still closed as you arrive, and as you go to push open the doors of the library, they are locked.
Someone locked it.
Yeah. Can Shana just sort of yell out from there and just be, because she just wants to make sure it wasn't ransacked and then locked behind them, like as if someone was after a specific book.
Yeah.
But then wanted to make it look
disguise it.
like nothing was taken.
Someone might have locked themselves in there as well to protect themselves.
Yeah.
From
Absolutely, yeah. You just shout out, Yervith!
Yeah, she just yelled.
Coming. What do you need, Shana? Oh, the door.
Could you potentially do something about that? No, I just want to make sure that there's nothing missing from it.
No worries. Let me get.
And then she also just has Eldritch Blast ready, just in case there is anyone in the library.
Breach and clear.
Yervith, can I please have a sleight of hand check, please? Well, lockpicking, I'm assuming you're using sleight of hand. But...
Oh man, that's not good.
Oh god, what?
Yervith! Mate, this lock is tough as nails. This lock is the toughest lock you've ever faced, or you are really, really tuckered out. As you go to try and put the locks in, you're shaking from the adrenaline. Like this has been a pretty tough fight. You can't get the calm, that pause that you need to be able to unlock this door, to get that moment.
I'm gonna just listen through the door and see if I can hear anything, because Shana seems like she's worried that there might be someone in there. So I'm just gonna see if I can hear anyone.
Make me a perception check, please.
Lucky will take his mace out.
Lockie's there too with his mace. Amazing.
Yep.
I'm ready
to breach and clear. I'm ready to flash.
Yervith with a 13.
Wow.
I just rolled two twos in a row, guys.
You rolled two twos in a row.
Oh no!
As you focus and listen, can't hear anything coming from beyond the door.
Okay.
Boldor sees all these failed attempts, and walks up to the door. Normally he would just do a breach if he needs to, but he's looked around and like this very surreal situation with grief and destruction everywhere. He sort of looks around and be like, "Do you want me to kick it in?"
No, this is her late mother's house.
Yeah.
Let's mending only.
Let's just we'll just leave it.
I've always mended afterwards.
That's true.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
While this is going on quickly, like I wouldn't even be paying attention to any of this. I would walk myself up the steps into the room I had, cast Liam's tiny hut on the bed, and then just fall asleep in my bed.
Absolutely. Jin, you may take a long rest.
Thank you. Everyone else can deal with that. I think Jin is like sort of done at this point.
And you and I will have a quick talk once these guys have done a bit more with their stuff, because there are things that are going to happen. You and Sean.
Oh, okay. Oh,
interesting.
Of course. We know it is.
Maybe something to do with that flesh molding spell.
So, Boldor, did you want to kick down the door?
So when the ability of what's it called when you recover things again? What's the spell called? Mending. So the boot that I would normally give this, do you think that would be recoverable by mending? Like, because normally you knock off. Okay.
You ask Lockie. Lockie nods.
Yeah. All right. I give it a boot.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
There you go.
Athletics check.
It's athletics with advantage, but disadvantage because.
So just a flat roll.
Yeah. So
11.
The first one.
Oh
my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Yeah, this is the first one. This is a really hard door.
The greatest enemy.
Boldor kicks the door, and the door just in place. And then Boldor, you sort of like step back and look really confused. Like, door's never given you this much trouble.
D&D.
I mean,
sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, if you want to try again, I could help. We could kick it at the same time if you like.
I mean, the door isn't going anywhere tonight. We can always try again in the morning.
Better not. No point of the door.
The door blushes furiously. No.
From when Shana was last in there, the library only has the one door, doesn't it? It's not like a U-shaped room or anything.
Only one door.
Does anyone have rope? We could just make a quick snare underneath the door in case anyone comes out.
Kick it open.
Huh?
I definitely have rope for when I used to be able to do rope things. That can no longer do rope things. Sure.
We'll just tie the door shut. No one can get out. If there is someone in there, they're gonna still be there when we get back.
Yervith, I have a vial of poison. If you want to add it to a trap of some sort.
So do I.
Just tying the door closed. We don't need to poison the door, guys.
You guys can probably just kick open the door again. Boulder and
Yeah, Boldor, do it again.
Help each other out.
Do one more kick for good luck.
All right. At the same time,
get a run up.
We're to kick it and we'll do it.
All right.
Leverage.
All right.
And
come on.
Normal
Natural 1.
Roll.
14. Boldor, that is just enough. Boldor, you kick the door in. The door just open wide, and you see that the inside of the library is pristine, just as you left it.
Yay.
Just books.
Just books. Lots of books everywhere.
Yeah.
No obvious spots where one's like missing or anything. It's like.
Do you want to make me a perception or investigation check, please, Shana?
I will assist you.
I would.
Have you been in the library, Yervith?
No, I haven't.
It's okay.
So don't worry about that.
I'll activate bright light in 30 feet as a flashbang. Poof.
I guess maybe I'd just be like talking to Shana and be like, so what are we looking for? How do you remember?
Any books missing? You're like, empty spaces. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have advantage. Shana. You can roll again. He did say he's going to help. Lucy, what are you barking?
I blame the bark.
You blame the bark. The bark
dice,
put you off. Don't think so. 15. No, it doesn't. This place looks undisturbed, Shana, just as you left it. I mean, can't see anything change, anything different from when you were last here.
skin book still there?
Where you threw
she
it
left
on the table, on the side table where you chucked it down.
Yeah, I think pretty confident that there's no one in here. There's no damage or whatever. She looks back at the door and is like, I think it's all good, guys. Thanks for indulging me. Could we maybe fix the door? And I don't know. I just feel so bad being here, and Elia and her mom and anyone else just feel really meh.
I would Yervith is not convinced. He's pretty there could be someone here though. Can I set up a little tripwire, kind of conceal it at the door?
Yes, of course you can.
Inside. So if there was anyone inside and they were trying to get out, they would trick it.
Yeah, of course you can.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yep.
Do you want to roll me a sleight of hand check?
Sure.
I mean, you raise a good
29,
point.
natural 20. Yervith, this thing's fucking invisible. You run this minuscule rope around, there's no sign of this snare. And you're if anyone steps in this, it's going to completely tangle their feet up and they're not going to be able to get this off. This is going to be a nightmare for them.
Incredible. I love it.
Yep.
I feel very satisfied with that.
You raise a good point, Shana. I do feel a little strange. I do, and also feel bad for her. She's lost her mother. But we need a place to stay for the moment, and I feel like we can help her and she can help us.
Yeah.
Although I'm afraid to talk to her because I will probably say the wrong thing, but that is fine.
Should we take watches tonight?
Absolutely.
That's a very good idea. I actually might spend a little bit of time in here and see if there's any books in here that might help me with this. Hold up the
Just be careful of. I took that down. Just be careful of that, though.
Lockie, you can't see what he's talking about.
I've shed bright light.
He got a natural 20 for a total of 29 on a sleight of hand check to make this hard to see. As you're looking around, as you're looking around, there's no snare. You can't see any snare.
Uh-oh.
Shana uses minor illusion to just do a little light, just to sort of illustrate to Lockie where to avoid.
Shana doesn't know where it is either. Shana's making this illusion, and you have this no, it's towards me a bit. No, a bit more. And down a bit.
No, that's
it's
off,
there.
it's
That's
off.
where it is. That's where it is. You got it. Yeah, you guys can't see this.
I'm like, this defeats the purpose of my perfectly good snare, but sure.
It'll go away in a minute. It's just so that we don't stack it or Lockie trips it up immediately.
That is a very good idea.
Alrighty. And with that, are the rest of you off to go have some long rests apart from Lockie?
Yeah. Actually, I think Mira would have been just... If there's any bodies or anything out on the street, she'd be helping. You mentioned that there were people trying to clear up but had no idea what they were doing. So she's, for as long as possible, before she gets totally exhausted, would be just helping.
Actually, interestingly enough, there aren't any bodies in the street near the manor. That was, as you were flying over the city, that was sort of closer in towards the citadel and down around some of the other estates. It looks like Elia's staff, for the most part, were actually able to get out and get away quite quickly. So in the immediate area, there are no bodies. There's no dead dragonborn, no dead dragons. But you know that you only have to walk for 10, 20 minutes and you will find areas where potentially there are some people hurt or dying or dead. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can go and help out. Is that what Mira would be doing?
That's what Mira would be doing.
Perfect. Yeah. Mira, we'll do you first, then we'll come back to the others. Mira, as you head onto the street and begin walking down, very quickly you come across an intersection where you can see a child, a young blue dragonborn, clutching at a toy, and in front of her is a pile of rubble, and you can see a tail sticking out from underneath the rubble. She's just standing there crying silently. No one around helping. Take a moment, head on over and talk me through what you do.
She just asked, do you have anywhere to go? Where's your home?
She nods and then points to the building partially collapsed behind you. You can hear the sounds of movement from inside, and then another blue dragonborn male steps out, sort of seeing her and goes, Who are you? What are you doing with my daughter? What's going on?
Just here to help if you need.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Sorry, it's been a bit of an intense day. The guards came and attacked us, and dragged my wife off to some prison, claiming that she was working as an insurrectionist, just because she worked at the university. This was one of them. He points to the rubble.
Yeah. It's okay. They've been liberated. The city has been liberated. I think that we must be stepping up.
That is a relief to hear. Thank you.
There must be shelter. I'm sure if you head to the Citadel, they'll be setting up some shelter, some food. I'm sure.
Yes, we are going to be heading for my sister's place. I won't be going near the Citadel. That's where the worst of the fighting was. I can't let her see that.
No. I'm sorry, little one, but it will be better. Okay? Should have just
You
been
sort
down.
of sniffle, shyly, clutch onto her little toy as you lean down and look at her. And she looks up with these sort of big, bright blue eyes.
Oh, dragon babies.
Dragon babies. Her dad comes over, takes her hand. It looks like he was trying to pack up some stuff. Slings this sack over his shoulder full of their things and begins walking off.
Yeah, we'll all just go around and help clean or pick up or whatever. But she'll do it for a while.
Yeah.
She's just trying to keep busy. But then walk back eventually, and she'll just keep directing people.
The scenes you come across, you do find some people, a family, trying to pull their grandfather out of the rubble. Again, has been stabbed through. Looks like he was defending his family. You help them get the body out and wrap it in a sheet. You head down another side alley. You can see that there's a group of people trying to get one of the dragon corpses off a house. There are a family trapped inside, trying to get the body off so that they can get inside and free the people. You help with that for a bit. And after a while, you start to feel the exhaustion kicking in. You take a point of exhaustion and you start to feel very, very tired. There's one point where you're sort of standing looking around for a bit, and then a second later you open your eyes and realize that you just had a micro nap standing in a street. Smoke and ash sort of around
at that
you.
point, after Mira had just completely given everything else, she'd just sit down and cry for a bit about what had happened to her nation, and she'll make her way back slowly.
You head back and have a long rest. All of you go into your rooms. Boldor, there's an empty room on the top floor with the guest rooms that you can go and take and have a nap.
Great.
All of you can take a long rest. All of you can also take a level up as well.
Oh, damn!
Level 11!
Level 11.
That's huge.
I don't know if that means anything. I don't think it does.
I have
That's okay.
no idea.
Definitely a level up after this session. Definitely. You guys have
That's
been
huge.
You've faced a lot to get here. Definitely. Although I think you already are. Are you already level 11? No.
It was level 12. No, not 12.
Are we 11 or 12? I thought we were 11.
No.
You're level 11 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My Drake has wings now.
Hey! Well, we're gonna role play that, Yervith. We're also gonna do Jin and Shana's. Lucy. Lucy really likes it when I bring Varys in, so she gets very excited. What I think has actually happened is Lumi, the little pup, has grabbed one of Lucy's toys and jumped onto the bed. Lucy, being a 14-year-old Labradoodle, can't jump. She's got terrible arthritis, so she's getting upset that the toy is on the bed and she doesn't have access to it, I would say. I'm just going to give them 2 seconds to check while you guys do your level ups. Do you want to quickly discuss what you're kind of taking as features amongst yourselves? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I only just get spells.
I get one spell.
Yeah, I get one spell.
I get my resistance now. That's amazing.
Level attendant bard is the big thing for me.
Oh, okay.
I actually I don't know about spells. I think I might get one more third. Yeah, I get one more third, but I also get the ability to create a spell storing item.
Ooh.
So I can store an item level first or second level, and then cast it later. I can do it anytime I do it long rest.
Nice.
Oh, that's really good.
Nice.
That is really cool. That's really good.
70-10.
Oh, wait, I get a 6 level
Well,
spell.
Also getting
That's a 2. That's not great.
So what do you get, Shana?
Boldor's got
what are you doing, Shana?
relentless rage.
An extra rage.
Cool.
Extra.
I just pick up a
relentless.
few spells, but also I get the level 11 Eldritch Blast upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
The base of my entire character.
Yeah, that's it as well.
Well, what is what's the level upgrade for it?
Now I get 3 beams.
Oh, 3 beams. Sweet.
That's pretty
So she can now do.
By the end of the campaign, you're gonna be like, you remember those old like not side scrolling, like up scrolling games where you get the little ship that goes backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
And as you get upgrades, it like shoots them 3 times and like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. Is that Eldritch Blasts?
Yeah, it's just like machine guns. Just...
Amazing. So Shana and Jin.
Owen,
Yeah.
just while I have my character creator open, did you want me to change races to the now less bullshit Yuan-Ti?
Yes, please. Yes. The revision is welcome. And I applaud your honesty. I was going to bring it up, but thank you for volunteering that yourself. So Jin and Shana, as the two of you begin to lie down and sleep, close your eyes. Sleep comes quite quickly, being as exhausted as you are. Darkness overtakes you. But right as you feel yourselves drifting off, suddenly you feel this feeling of movement, as if the pit of your stomach drops away for a second. And then as you open your eyes, you find yourselves hovering above a world. Continents laid out below you, swirling clouds around. And next to you, nonchalantly lying back, hands clasped behind his head in elven form, is Varys, dressed in long black cloak. And as the two of you look at him, you realize you can see the other one on the other side of him, Shana on his left, Jin on his right. He smiles, looks around and goes, I wondered when you'd two be joining me. It seems you'd been having a little bit of fun. I could feel you drawing upon my powers quite intensely back then. How did we go? Did we get a little bit close to death, did we, Shana? I thought I might be, having a visit from you sooner.
Too close to comfort, that's for sure.
Indeed. Now that you've acquired yourself a body and a life, it'd be such a shame to go back to being an incorporeal spirit again, wouldn't it?
Honestly?
I will admit, you definitely choose the worst times to talk. My sleep is calling me and I desperately need it. Please talk to me in the morning.
Jin, you are asleep right now.
I try and cut it off. I updated his flaws because remember in the fight with the jungle where even when we were being attacked, I was in my sleeping bag trying to ignore everything.
Yes.
I now have it that he loves his sleep and doesn't like to be disturbed when he sleeps. So I'm trying to cut off the bond with him. I'm I'm just trying to go to sleep.
Yeah. He sort of laughs and smiles and looks at you, Jin. Jin, you are asleep right now. I haven't woken you up and transported you here. How do you think you're breathing? You're in astral space right now. Look, there's your little world right there. Look at it. It's so small and fragile.
How tired do I feel? Do I feel tired in this space?
No, you feel, as he sort of says that and you notice and think, you don't feel tired, you don't feel cold, you don't feel hungry, you don't feel anything. No, please. I've brought your minds here. Just your minds. I didn't need the rest of you, all those squishy bits. Yeah. What you folk do with bodies, don't want to get involved. But no, looks like you've...
I probably still feel sleepy for some reason, even though I shouldn't.
Indeed. Well, how are we all feeling? Have we enjoyed a taste of Varys's power, and are we keen for a little more? Because you have done a lot of hard work, and I feel like I should reward your dedication. I mean, it's not every day that two of my disciples are able to defeat an ancient black dragon. I mean, Sidus, he's got a reputation.
Yeah, I wouldn't say defeated per se, but...
I'm sorry, he
back.
fled before you like a little rat. I've not heard of such a thing happening since the Age of Legends. Very well done, the two of you. He had to come and get his dad to come and bump him out of there? I mean, seriously.
That is a good question. Do you actually know much about Severin?
I know a little bit about Severin. What would you like to know? He's a man. Not a very wise man. Not a very intelligent man. But a very ambitious one. And ambition without wisdom or intelligence is one of the more scary, subtle hearts of evil. Severin looked at the Cult of Dragons, the Order of the Dragon, and saw them as a stepping stone to achieving his own ambition. I mean, before this, all they did was dick about with dragon corpses, reanimating them, trying to make liches and whatnot, dracoliches. Yes, indeed. But Severin showed them a new path. He's the one who got them all interested in Tiamat. I wonder where he got that idea from.
Is he looking at anybody?
No. Sort of looking around.
When he says that? He wasn't
just
looking at
around.
Shana?
No, not looking at Shana. Not looking at Shana.
You didn't, weren't a little whisper in his ear about that one, were you?
Me? Dear Lord, no. Tiamat did, you idiots. I thought I was setting that up quite nicely, rather obvious. Well, she's been manipulating him from the very start. Quite a long time. He got his start trying to summon a devil. Very successful. However, that devil happened to work for Tiamat, the mother of dragons. She planted that seed, and now Tiamat owns him, mind, body, and soul. For the most part. See, here's the funny thing. The more powerful Severin gets, the closer he gets to achieving his goal, the more doubts he has about it. I can hear them sometimes, his little thoughts, his worries. He's worried that Tiamat won't reward him by making him king of this earth. Can you imagine? He thinks she might not keep her word.
We might eat him.
Indeed. Well, rumour has it that our little friend Severin has been trying to investigate how the masks work. I've heard whispers, you see. Whispers of others investigating how they function. The blue dragon mask in particular.
That's the one that was out of, that was the one that was in the city that we were hunting for, yeah? Okay, sweet.
Yes.
Many giant colours.
So probably you want to keep your ears out, eyes open for any wizards dicking about with draconic magic. That's a good lead, isn't it? I've been so helpful to you. Now, how are you going to pay me back? No, tell you what. Have it on the house.
No, you came here with an agenda. You did.
I did.
What?
I came to offer you a bit more power. The two of you have been performing admirably. You got me the horn of the Drakhorn. You've been able to get me access to very important items and people I wouldn't have had access to otherwise. So I'd like to propose that we continue our partnership.
Just quickly, what was that last little bit?
Nothing to worry about, Jin. You are my blunt instrument, the two of you. Unlocking doors, not with a lockpick, but with a fucking sledgehammer. You blast your way through. I mean, the whole city of Eluxor is under a massive coup. So much chaos. People turning to the shadows for help. And I'm always there to lend a hand when needed.
I'm going to do an insight check to see if he's actually... If he helped in any way in actually
don't trust your warlock sugar daddy.
What? I do not.
I do not.
My wisdom's okay. Let's find it. 18.
18.
I think. I want to see if he might have had a hand in the uprising.
Yeah, Jin. You don't get a sense he had a hand in the uprising. It seems, from what you know of Varys and the interactions with him, he seems to be very interested and able to act a bit more strongly in moments of chaos. So you get the sense that, and from what your experience with him is, that people can hear him, or he can talk to people. It's easy for him to communicate to people when he wants to, when they are distressed in moments of crisis or chaos, or really afraid. Those moments where their senses are heightened. They're on a bit of a an adrenaline rush, that's the time when his voice can sometimes be heard by people. If they're the right sort of people. You get the sense that the coup in the city has allowed him to speak to people that he might not have been able to speak to otherwise. So again, this looks like an opportunistic situation.
Right, okay. How many... As well, the insight check.
Yes.
Have I... it's a bit too open-ended, that question.
No, ask the question. I'll tell you if you know or not.
I guess, like, basically, everything he's been saying, like, with Varys, there's always, like, a second meaning to his words, or like, there's something hidden always.
Second, third, fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's probably a question that I've probably already answered, actually, when I think about it.
Similar lines.
I was just trying to find lies in any of his, like, words and such, but there's probably, like, a lot of, like, hidden meanings and other truths.
Often what Varys says and what he means are only clear afterwards, after an event has occurred. Yeah. Well, what do you say, Shana?
And I think Shana sort of got a bit of an illusionary cat's cradle going on, and she's just sort of, I'm always, you know me, I'm always down for more magic and more power, but strings, Varys, nothing is ever given without strings attached.
Exactly, Shana. At least I'm upfront about my cost.
Jizz?
Well, in exchange for a little bit of extra power, for you to use what you wish, I need you to fetch something. When you do eventually track down, and you will, I know you, it's very effective, chaotic but effective. When you do track down the Blue Dragon Mask, and you're able to get in contact with the wizards, I need you to do something for me. I need you to place this gemstone on one of their foreheads. Holds his hand out and summons this black gemstone. Doesn't matter which wizard, just one of the ones who's been examining the mask. Here you go. And he flicks it over and it floats through space towards you and then hovers right in front of your hand.
Yeah, I can work with that. Snatches it out of the air.
Fantastic.
So, what will happen? What will transpire if that happens?
The gemstone will drain all the knowledge he has accumulated throughout his life, turning his body to dust. And I will acquire that knowledge instead.
I am kind of good.
This works for me.
Okay, so Jin has definitely had more of a different relationship with Varys than probably Shana has had with Varys.
But given Shana's history, she should be way more cautious, just saying.
Yeah,
just saying.
That's up to
Ali.
Ali, I guess. But I'm a lot more cautious.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Taking at the horn, I didn't feel too bad about because obviously I wasn't killing anybody. Like, or maybe indirectly I might have been, I don't know, but like not outwardly I didn't know. But just absolutely just annihilating someone's like existence, like that I don't agree or disagree with it yet.
Well, Jim.
So what would you gain from that then? You gain all his knowledge.
Oh, yes.
And all that stuff. What would you use that information for?
Well, that's why I asked you to place it on the forehead of one of the wizards who's been examining the mask. I'd like to know how they work too. I'm rather curious. It holds an aspect of Tiamat's power after all. I wouldn't mind learning how to infuse items with my own energy in such a way.
Do we need to basically strike this wizard from existence? Do we need to do that?
Oh no, I don't care about the wizard. I just want his knowledge. Or her knowledge. I'll take anyone's.
I would rather help though without them dying.
We're talking about the people that tried to take down a city. Did you see the carnage that they caused? How much death?
I will say this. In all the times we've ever had combats, you've noticed that Jin's never really partook of the massacres. So he's not like willy-nilly ready to just go gun-ho kill anyone.
I'm sorry, Jin, but that's the way the spell works. If you could, look, I tell you what, if you come up with a creative solution to get me the knowledge I need, we'll talk about it, hey? But This is the
I have a
way
question
I need
as well.
everything he knows.
I understand that you're a being that is far above me. What have you been up to, Varys? What have you been doing in the shadows?
Oh, Jin. It's cute you think you have the right to ask that question of me. It's why I keep you round, you cheeky little tyke.
Well, this is what is half my charm. I don't just blindly follow instructions, orders, or even blindly follow the whims of my enemies.
No, Jin.
I try to be cunning as much as I can be.
That's what makes it so much fun to work with you. I have to be a bit less direct, a bit more indirect to get you to do what I want. I quite enjoy the challenge.
You didn't answer my question.
No, I know. I have no intention of. Why do you think you deserve to know what I've been up to? What do you think gives you the right to have that knowledge?
I understand our relationship. I understand it's like you give and I take and I do what you will. But I've never blindly followed you.
Ask me a specific question. A specific question about what I've been doing. And I will endeavour to give you as much of an answer as I think you deserve. Can't say fairer than that now, can you, Jin?
While the uprising was happening, what have some of your movements been? What have you been up to?
There were some dragons. 2 I needed to speak to in the city. One, the owner of a very large archive of knowledge, and the other, well, had an item that I was interested in, but it turns out the item had long since ceased to function, so that dragon was of no use to me. The archives, however, very interesting. If you have time in the city, I do recommend taking a look.
You went to go visit Fronier, isn't it? The one with the library?
Oh, yes. Fafnir.
Fafnir.
Oh, yes. I had a very good time talking to Fafnir. He's quite mad, you know. The greed. Was
he mad before?
Oh, yes.
Or after
meeting
you?
I had nothing to do with that. He's an old dragon who's been hoarding knowledge for thousands of years. I mean, that's going to have an effect on you sometime or other.
Right, okay. Well, I have sleep to get to. This has been absolutely riveting as always.
Jin, I'm going to need to know whether or not there's a commitment here. I've put my cards on the table. Will you accept more of my power and in return continue our lovely little arrangement we've got going?
I'll get back to you on that. Let me brainstorm. I want to come up with some creative ideas, not to annihilate this person's existence.
Oh, Jin, your continued resistance is making me want to turn you into a frog for a day.
But that is only... that resistance is what you sort of love about me. Cat and mouse games and such. Will I do this? Will I do that? Oh, it's just too tantalizing for you to...
Varys
sort of,
disappears and suddenly appears behind you, hand on the shoulder as he leans in close to your ear. Yes, Jin, but there is a point where it stops being cute.
If I'm sleeping, I'm going to dimension door and do what he just did to me.
As you go to cast magic, nothing happens.
Damn it. That sucks.
There's a point,
that
Jin,
ain't fun.
where it ceases to be cute and starts to be quite frustrating. Be careful of that line. You won't want to cross it. Or me, for that matter.
I always tend to play with that line, push its boundaries, but I never truly cross it. Well,
I've seen a big toe cross that line once or twice, Jin, but I could never stay
if it wasn't
mad
for me, I'll tell you this, you never would have gotten the horn.
I don't know, Shana? You could have probably done some good work there.
I possibly would have lacked the strength to destroy it, but I definitely got to the horn.
Exactly. Well, look, have a
sounds
lovely
like a
sleep.
participation award.
Shana's been very loyal in the past and will continue to be very loyal in the future. Won't you, Shana? Because you want Lyra back. I can help with it.
I think her answer is just that big sigh.
Yeah. Well, have a lovely sleep, you two, and we'll catch up soon. Remember, wizards, mask. Black stone on the forehead of one of the wizards examining the mask, please. If you get the wrong person, I shall be very disappointed. You don't want to see that again.
Oh, do you have a box or something for this stone so it doesn't accidentally come in contact with,
Shana,
chaos?
Shana,
so
I'm
funny if it
sure
just
you
landed
can
on Shana's
source. I am sure that you can source a box by yourself.
Yes,
Really?
worth asking. Might have
Yeah.
a cool one.
No, I think Varys probably noticed this, but I still haven't said yes or no.
Oh, no. Varys has noticed, don't worry.
I know.
Well, good night. And he lets you both sort of fade back to sleep. Jin, for the rest of your night, you have an incredibly vivid dream that you've been turned into a frog, and that everyone around you, as requested by chat, for the entire dream, you have an incredibly lucid dream about being turned into a frog, and it's kind of a bit of a traumatic dream. Like your friends don't recognize you, they don't and you're trying to communicate, and they're flat out ignoring you. And
I
then
can't do hacky sack.
no, and then this cat comes into the room, and you begin having to try and get away from it. It's really quite scary.
Oh, so that's what you came. You didn't come up with that. Oh, right. Chat gave you that idea. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I liked it.
Very
Chat really wanted.
Wow.
They did not like you dissing Varys. Turns out, to,
No,
I think what's happening here is that not many DMs play their Warlock patrons the way I play Varys, which is very different to a traditional Warlock patron. Varys is a very complex individual with goals and dreams.
It makes a lot of sense, personally.
I love the character of Varys. I had a lot of fun coming up with him, so I'm going to thoroughly enjoy playing him. Very different to what you expect.
Jin has always teetered on the edge with Varys, sort of follows his demands, but is that rebellious teen almost.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what
Probably,
attracted Varys to you in the first place, was that
Probably a
rebellious
stone's
nature.
throw away as well of always almost sometimes he sort of there was a time there for a bit where I was following Varys because Shana, I found out all about Shana's backstory, and I was but eventually he starts asking evil acts again, even though they're not super evil, but then I guess I start changing and start thinking, why am I following this dude again? And then I start thinking about it.
Yeah, they're getting progressively more evil though.
The Horn, I think I could stomach, but I'm definitely not on board for killing this dude, even if they are evil. Because like I said before, I haven't really ever killed anybody in the big massacres we've had after some battles.
No,
I've manacled some people, and I've never outwardly just go and kill people. So being raised as an assassin, I'm not. I turned away from that life to get away from the murder. So I'm not. I'm not on board.
Have you seen Dragon Prince?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Is it that? Is that my backstory?
No. Yeah, one of the characters is kind of similar. Raised as an assassin and is nope.
Exactly.
So
it's great.
I guess
I haven't watched
it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen with my character and sort of some of the interactions with Varys, because it might potentially change my level, my classes. We'll find out.
So I'm guessing you've taken a bard level.
I have. I'm not ever going to put Warlock levels again. I'm going full bard.
Perfect. Easy peasy. Shana.
If things just quickly, I'll stop talking in a bit.
No.
But if things start getting a little bit dicey with Varys, or I start going a different way, we'll definitely have a chat, Owen.
Wow.
Perfect. Shana, sorcerer, warlock.
I usually put them into sorcery just so that I can get higher level spell slots.
No, fair enough. Absolutely. Alrighty. Who is the other person I needed to talk to for their level up? Yervith.
Shana's coming.
Yay.
As you crawl into bed exhausted and close your eyes and fall asleep, you can feel Eleanor's presence with you. You haven't had a chance to resummon her after she was absolutely destroyed by that necrotic breath.
I'm still pretty upset about that. Pretty cut up about that.
You can feel this sense of peace coming from Eleanor. This sense of comfort, as if essentially this sense of comfort, this sense of peace, as if no, it's okay. You feel this emotion coming back through the bond. As you sleep, Yervith, you dream of flying. Maybe it was being on Elia's back flying through the city, but that sense of freedom, that sense of connection to the open sky burns within you. You find yourself flying through fields, across mountain plains, ranges, rivers, the ocean. This sense of freedom and oneness. And as you reach a large lake and begin flying over the lake, you look down, but you don't see your reflection. Instead, a dragon's large wings beating against the air above you. Scales, hard to tell what color, the blue reflecting back. Could be copper, maybe bronze, maybe green or blue. It seems to change and shift as you look at it. So this moment of surprise as you realize what your reflection looks like. You sort of stumble back out of the dream, finding yourself pulling yourself awake. As you open your eyes, you sort of go to push yourself up and feel wings wrapped around you. And you turn and look. Snuggled on the bed next to you. A little bit larger than the last time you saw her.
Ooh.
With large drake wings forming a canopy around the both of you. Is Eleanor. Currently in a silver dragon form. A silver coloration.
Ooh.
Wrapped around you. This
Silver.
opalescent, almost like mother of pearl silver. Opalescent with rainbow colors flashing across it. She snuggles in tight.
That's cool. What was she before? She was green, right?
She's been a couple of
Yeah,
different.
green.
It depends on which color, but yeah, normally chromatic.
Silver is interesting.
Yeah, this
Ooh.
opalescent mother of pearl silver.
Yay! I changed the spell that I gave myself too through that description. I'm going to choose a different spell
Oh,
based on that.
okay.
Cool.
Oh.
Which spell were you going to take? Which one are you taking now?
Well,
Just so
I was
that
going to take I was going to take silence because silence is a great spell. But I did have this idea that I could cast Beast Sense on her and use her like a reconnaissance drone.
Yes.
Just like go fly, and then I just like see what she sees, and just
that could be potentially very, very helpful.
I imagine that being pretty useful. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
what I'm gonna do.
As you look, Yervith, Eleanor before you, this silvery, opalescent color, sunlight refracting off her scales. And as you look around, you're not in your room. You're in an open field. You're still asleep, still dreaming. This isn't real.
Oh wow.
And as you look at Eleanor and she looks deep back into your eyes, you can see yourself reflected in her eyes. Your own eyes. Bright white, same as hers, that beautiful silver color. And you look down at your hands and see fingernails slowly shifting into claws as scales begin to across your hand and up your arm. How's Yervith feeling at this point? Is there any fear, or is it?
It's a good question actually. There's probably like a tinge of fear, but there's also like probably a sense of comfort maybe as well. Like he sort of would feel a little bit maybe like relaxed.
Yeah, okay.
Not necessarily like completely relaxed. Like I don't know if you could ever be completely relaxed, but he's he's kind of like, oh, that's a bit strange. What's happening?
Yeah, as you feel this sort of confusion, I'd say what you described is sort of a little bit of confusion, curiosity, and peace. Eleanor's head presses against your forehead as she presses her forehead against yours, and you hear a single word in your mind, echoing. Soon. And then you awaken. In your bedroom, looking the same. Eleanor nowhere to be seen as you have not yet summoned her.
Whoa.
But feeling rested, confused.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
okay. That's crazy.
That's like, I was just giving me Round the Twist vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
One episode when he starts growing all the nails behind his nails, all down his arms.
Gross.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's gonna be stuck in my head now all night.
Have you ever felt like this? Strange things happen. How you going round the twist? That's a very Australian reference. It's about as Australian as you can get. It's you know what that is? That's 90s kids Australian references. That's it's hyper specific. Showing our age now. Boldor, you do not dream. You are so deeply asleep, so out of it that you have a long, peaceful night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed and hungry. Quite hungry as well.
Oh, no.
You wake in the next morning.
Oh yeah.
I bet he is. I bet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you don't have the belt though, right?
No, not me.
No.
Oh, good.
That wasn't a reference. That wasn't a reference to the belt.
Oh, I thought it was the belt.
No. Now there is one thing I want to do before we wrap up the session, because Elia has a gift specifically for Boldor, and because this will probably be the last session Tom's with us, because this is kind of the end of this chapter for the moment. But I want to do this one thing, Boldor. As you let's say you get up a little bit earlier, kind of awakening with the sun as you would for your natural mountain home, and as you head downstairs, you see Elia sitting in the garden. You walk towards her, take a seat down next to her, quite quiet. She looks over and then sort of frowns for a moment. Boldor, that item you carry with you, can you show it to me, please? Some sort of jewelry or something? I can sense it.
I have he reaches to his pouch and pulls out the Tempest Adventuring Guild thing. Do you mean this?
No, there is a magical artifact you carry, but I can sense something wrong with it, something damaged about it. I might be able to fix it if you let me take a look.
Oh, you mean the little tiara? Then
Yes.
goes to collect it, pulls her out.
Yes. A headband of intellect. This one has been severely damaged, though. Looks like someone tried to beat it into a different shape. Give me a moment. She focuses and concentrates, and you watch as the metal begins flowing like quicksilver, reforming and merging back into its old form. Gemstones in the center, still cracked and broken. She looks down and goes, "Oh, well, that won't do." Reaches in, pulls out one of the gemstones, crushes it in her hands into powder, pulls off one of her scales, smears the gemstone powder across it, and pushes the scale back in to the tiara as it flows around and locks the gemstone in, locks the scale in. Here, this might work a bit better now.
That is wild. Boldor is he doesn't see magic a whole lot. He sees it in combat, but not this sort of manipulation and creation. He is a little bit like struck by that, and he's sort of like opened eyes, just like, oh wow, that's awesome. And this sometimes was talking to me, trying to enter my mind. Should
Not
I be
anymore.
worried?
No, you can place it on safely now. I have fixed it.
All right. He goes and chucks it on his head.
Boldor, your intelligence
Fine in front of
score
it.
immediately becomes 18.
Ooh. My, this is quite different to my pelt. What is on this pelt? Where did I get this from?
What was your intelligence before, Boldor?
8.
He's got
He's
plus 10 to intelligence,
Yeah.
Boldor.
Did you just become big brain like
Yeah.
straight away?
Yeah, plus 10. Oh my lord.
Yes, I believe I shall indeed become inconsolable with rage.
So much waste.
I didn't realize there's so many more
Quadratic
tactics I could possibly do. Why do I run straight at them every time? There's like different angles. Can I pinch and maneuvers? Oh, I've heard that word before. Of course I can do that. And he just takes it off as like, he like then takes it off and gets like a bit of a headache. Like his brain has never worked like that before. Like,
Yes,
I
it's
need to train, I think.
yes, I these items can help boost certain aspects. I believe this one boosts intelligence, your mental fortitude. It's quite a rare item. I think you should keep it.
He's sort of struck by that. So, Boldor has all this time had a bit of resistance to dragons. He is low-key like a slightly racist towards dragons when he has that green one in the cave. When he like looked down at them, it was like, seeing the genuine sadness and destruction of the town and how like other towns get pillaged and destroyed, and like it's the exact same emotions of all the people like struggling and hurting, and then seeing the like nice gesture from her like really makes him like reconsider, that maybe they're not that bad, maybe they're just like other people. So he's moved by that, and if he's gonna display that on emotion in his face, it'd be, I guess, gratitude. You don't really get gratitude from a Goliath often, but he shows it sincerely, and he does like a sort of like bows, not like fully bows down, but like gestures in some sort of honorable way. And, you know, if there was any sort of tradition that Goliath would have with that, he would give it a traditional sort of bow and thank.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the sort of typical Goliath salute, hand to the chest, closed fist, pretty standard.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sign of great respect reserved for chiefs that you follow, marshals that you follow into battle. It's a sign of very great martial respect. She nods, places a hand on your shoulder. It felt right to fix something good. Thank you.
I hope I have also contributed to fixing what looked to be a great place, and I think you'll make it a great place again.
Thank you, Boldor. That means a lot. Thank you. I don't suppose you'd know of any Goliath stonemasons. I hear your people are quite gifted working with stone. I'm hoping to help commission some other craftsmen to come and help repair the city.
I believe there's many stories of talented craftsmen in my tribes. In the Cradle Fingers, I believe. I can head that way and collect the best of the best we have.
If you could, that would be incredible. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for all you've done. Akani and I had a bit of a chat. He says that he would not have been able to free us without you helping him get through the Undercity, helping him fight against the Equalists. So thank you, Boldor, truly. You are a credit to your team and to your guild.
That's very kind. Same to you too. Akani's a good one. Keep an eye on him. Well, you don't need to keep an eye on him, but look out for what he does is more what I mean.
2 eyes, as often as I can spare them.
Well, with that, he grabs his all of his stuff and probably says, let the rest of my Tempest Guild know that I've enjoyed the time and can help whenever they need, but I'll get best of my way to my hometown.
Of course, I will pass on the message. Thank you.
He packs up his little warhammer and off he basically...
So Boldor, as you head back up to the room to pack your things together, you turn around and the entire Tempest Guild is standing behind you in the doorway, having awoken in the meantime. As you sort of go to slink off by yourself, you can see Jin, Yervith, Shana, Lockie and Mira standing there.
Where are you going?
Well, I have I think you all can handle yourselves here. This town, more than just physical destruction, there's the respect and the glory of this place, I think, can also have some work, and I know people that can do the repairs needed. I think I can contribute in other ways rather than just fighting.
Are you wearing your headband,
Boldor? Yeah, is he wearing a headband?
Not yet, but I was gonna pull it out. I can fight, but I think I might flex some other muscles and pulls out the crown. Elia very kindly repaired this, and
the design has changed a bit now. No longer is it this gentle, soft tiara. It's now designed so that it has these spikes moving through his hair, and the dragon's scale in the center covered with the gemstone dust. Almost looks like a mark or a sigil of like a trophy that he's taken from something. It's almost quite like a warrior's helm now at this point, wrapped around and woven through the hair. And as you place it over your tattoos, Boldor, it's quite a striking look. These sort of like spiked thorns almost like coming out of the headband as you place it on your head.
I may not have all the dragons around me, but I've certainly taken a little bit with me, and I will journey on with this dragon gem, I shall call it.
My friend, you have a certain erudite look in your eyes, and I have a feeling you know.
I can't wear this for too much longer because I'm going to get a wretched headache, but I will enjoy it while I can. You've all been wonderful, and I sure, I will see you all in a non-too-distant future. And he takes it off and, oh, that is hard to wear.
Can I just say for those listening to the podcast or to the thing, that's not. I've no point if I told Tom that's how this item works, because that's not how it works. This is how Tom is playing the item, therefore that is how the item works. He has made these decisions for a character perspective. I love it. So now it is how the headband works, because it's such a huge difference. He's got to like get used to it.
I'll give it a go.
Lockie's hands are whipping together, and he hands you something. It looks like a little cube. Made of like closely fitted metal and things like that.
Oh yeah.
While you're wearing that,
Oh, just giving him a Rubik's Cube.
Giving him a puzzle.
yeah,
Little metal puzzle.
yeah. While you're wearing that, if
Alright.
you want to exercise your new faculties, have a look at that.
I'll give it a crack. All right, he chucks it on and tries to solve it.
Make me an intelligence check.
Okay, so it'll be +4. So I'm just gonna roll my strength because that's what really that's the same.
Okay.
Wow,
16
that's shocking.
intelligence. 16 intelligence. Boldor, yeah, you take a moment, look through. There's a moment where you go, yes, if I align these in this position here, and we can work through there, and then you immediately pop it apart into Lockie, 4 or 5 pieces of metal that link together.
Yep.
Yeah.
And inside there's a little like small bit of gunpowder goes, and then like little confetti comes out.
That's cool. I like that.
That's sick.
Like blows over his hair, or his head. Like,
He's bald, isn't he? It just blows over the head.
Touch my hair.
Yeah.
Oh, look, all these planes of movement, wonderful. I think all these different dimensions. Like, it moves in 3 dimensions. Looks around, and of course.
You've always had access to 3 dimensions, Boldor, just saying. As a dungeon master.
Yeah, but he didn't articulate. He's never understood that it's like 1, 2, 3 so explicitly. Yeah.
No, fair.
And then he takes it off again.
Let's step into a larger world.
I'll
Amazing.
take my steps now. And he gives everyone another like glass salute and heads on his way.
Farewell.
Goodbye,
That is
friends.
where we will
Be safe.
be safe. Yeah. And that is where we will wrap up for tonight. Thank you so
Wow.
much for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much, Tom, for joining us for the last 6 sessions. Thank you so much for joining us for this chapter. It's been so awesome
pleasure.
having Boldor back with
You guys
us.
have been great.
Super
awesome.
keen to get potentially Boldor back for the final showdown when I've got a bit of a plan. I want to try and get everyone in for that.
Yeah, try and bring all the guest characters back.
That's
That'd be so big though, but
That's my plan. I've got a plan for that. And obviously as well, when we start our Curse of Strahd campaign, you will get to see a lot more of Tom as one of our main cast members for Curse of Strahd. That would be very, very exciting.
Keen as a bean.
Keen as a bean. Beans are known to be keen, especially green beans. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been so lovely having you here joining us tonight. Stay safe, stay well. We will see you all again next time. Avatar Legends tomorrow night, and I will have that out on the podcasts or YouTubes if you're listening to this recorded in a couple of days from this date, this one going live. So thank you so much. We will catch you all again later. Farewell, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
see you guys.